FA Challenge Cup, everyone wants to win.
Crazy gang have beaten the Culture Club. Gerrard! Oh yes! The story in the FA Cup continues. What a goal! Back for the scorer. Steely
This is the moment of joy that all professional footballers hope for.
A moment to tread for the first time. Crystal Palace are winners.
Good evening, welcome to South London. We're at Sutton United of the National League as they take on Shrewsbury Town of League Two. It is the second round of the FA Cup weekend. Sutton going very well under new manager Chris Agata. They're bang in form. Meanwhile, Shrewsbury struggling near the foot of the EFL. Could a shock be on the cards tonight? Meanwhile, where are my two pundits? Oh, there they are, eating chips. Lads, we have not got time for this. I cannot believe you two. Anyway, both sides looking for a place in the third round, and when it comes to that stage of the competition, each have their own giant killing history. You two are unbelievable.
I think I've just clipped the ball in and was probably as near to perfection as we can get.
And Golly, and Rains, and a goal! And Tony Rains is the hero of Sutton. There's danger here for Sutton United, and Phillips has put Coventry City level.
I've come from the halfway line, which nobody sees really on the telly. I had so much time to put the ball in. Easy goal, really.
Oh, and driven in! And Sutton have done it again from a corner kick.
I've got a feeling we can get something. If that be a draw, then great. If we can win, be fantastic.
This Everton side don't look to me like a team that will bottle it.
They're not a team full of shrinking violets, are they? They will give them a game, but I don't see this being an upset.
Jimson! Thoroughly deserved. That's well played. Alexanderson! It's one apiece. Atkins joining the ranks forward. And it's got in! And it's Jimson again! And the final whistle is blown. What a day for Kevin Ratcliffe. Nigel Jemson scoring both the goals.
I never for a moment thought that Shrewsbury would win it, but they've won it totally on merit.
Great memories, absolutely fantastic. There's a lot at stake today. I'm delighted to say the lads have finished their chips in the little catering village there. Ashley Williams, Aaron McLean. Very good evening to you lads. Tasty chips? Nice?
Cold.
And we're delighted to be welcomed by Sutton United's manager, Chris Agata. So delighted, Chris, to have you so close to kick-off as well. How are the boys feeling in there?
Looking forward to it, excited, looking forward to testing ourselves against League Two opposition.
You're on a fantastic run, and it's important you keep up that momentum today.
Yeah, it's all rosy at the minute, but we recognise that momentum's a funny thing in football, and you know, we couldn't have asked for too much of a better run into this game leading, and the challenge, as I said, is just to try and continue to build momentum, keep moving forward.
Yeah, you took over in October. What's this momentum down to then? Because also you've been telling people that my philosophy is attack, attack, attack.
Well, the first three games were 3-3, 3-2, 3-2 after a boring 0-0 draw. So, to be honest, we've got a really good group of players, and I think we've stripped it back a little bit, gone back to basics in terms of it's all right talking about tactics and the tactical stuff, but if you run around and you work hard and you compete and you win your duels and your first and second ball, that's the platform for every sort of successful team. So we focused on that, and then with that's come results, and then we've developed the way that we play a little bit. Confidence has come back, and with a very good group of players, when they're confident, you get the sort of runs that we're on at the minute.
Fantastic.
How important has it been for the players that you've brought in to set the tone? Taylor's obviously come in, experienced player. How important has he been for you?
Oh, massive. Well, we're a young group. I think we're the youngest team in the league on average, and that was one of the things that we felt they just need a bit of help. There's loads of quality in there, but not many of them been around the block, especially at this level. So to bring Tails in, I know him from Stevenage, and I just know he's not just his quality on the pitch, but his personality and character. I knew he'd help lead the group. He's a calming influence as well. Like, he's not a shouter and a baller. He sort of leads in a different way, which I think is really positive for what is a really young group.
In all your pre-match interviews as well, Chris, you've been talking about testing yourselves against Shrewsbury Town. What are you expecting from them tonight?
Well, we think it'll be a spicy encounter for sure. From a personal perspective, obviously testing ourselves against Michael Appleton, who's obviously been at the top end of the game, so it'll be a good opportunity for us in the dugouts. And equally, I think for the players, because there's a number of players that have played League 2, League 1. So seeing whether or not they can still compete at that level, and equally there's a lot of players that want to get to that level, so plenty of motivation, and we just got to enjoy it. Like, we've got to embrace it, and we've got to attack the game. As obvious as it sounds, we've got to attack the opposition. We've got to try and put our style, our game on them, and ultimately, if win, lose or draw, if we can reflect on today, having done it our way, I think that's the most important thing, and that's what our supporters want to see.
You've got brilliant fans. They'll make a lot of noise. They're already banging the drum. Chris, lovely to see you. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.
Good luck tonight. We'll let you go now.
Thank you.
Best wishes this evening. Thank you very much indeed.
Chris. All the best.
Great to see you, Chris. There's a real chance of an upset tonight. Good evening, Ash.
Hi, Jace. Yeah, I think so. It's at home. We've just seen all those pictures of other upsets, and we see it up and down the country every year. Every season in the FA Cup. It brings something special to football, and why not tonight? You know, I think with Sutton, and we just heard off the manager, they're a team that you wouldn't want to play against. If I was Shrewsbury, it's not really the draw that you want because it seems so sticky.
Michael Appleton, in all his interviews, he's been doing a lot of press this week, has been talking about how big this is for his players and for the football club in terms of the potential of landing a big draw in the third round. But also, he's been saying to the players, do not be the headline tomorrow morning.
Yeah, they don't want to be the headline because, listen, they're the higher placed team in terms of divisions. But at the same time, this could kick-start their season. At the moment, they're 1 point above the relegation zone in League 2. They're a club that over the last couple of years, it just hasn't been going in the right direction. They don't want to have back-to-back relegations, but if they can get to the third round, brings in important finances to the club, and then hopefully he'll be looking to strengthen come January to propel them up the division.
OK, boys, for the moment, thank you very much indeed. Let's hear from Michael Appleton. He's been talking to Simon Brotherton.
Well, Michael, away to a team in a lower division, just as you were in the last round. You coped very well at South Shields. How has it been since then? Have you been encouraged by the performances over the last month or so?
Yeah, pretty much so. Obviously, we've had a couple of defeats in there against a couple of decent sides, but our home form has been very good, as Chris has touched on in his pre-match stuff. We just have to improve on the road, and obviously we were reasonably good up at South Shields, and we're going to have to put a similar performance in tonight.
What are you expecting from Sutton? Because they've really picked up, haven't they, in the last few weeks?
No, absolutely. They're a decent footballing side. He's got them playing. Obviously, confidence is sky high because of the results. They're a little bit more aggressive with the forward play in terms of through lines than what South Shields were. So something that we need to be aware of and put right.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game tonight for Shrewsbury Town, and the fans will make a lot of noise here. There's a real chance of an upset, and especially when we're looking at Lewis Simper.
Yeah, well, he's a player that's really impressed me, especially since Chris Haggett has come in. He seems to have moved positions. Beginning of the season, he was playing more as a 6. Now he's very much in that 10 position. Everything good about Sutton goes through him, and he's the top goal scorer. He's hit double figures for the first time in his footballing career, and he is definitely the standout player for me.
And they create a lot of chances as well. Great story with Jake Taylor. 1 cap for Wales.
Yep.
Played alongside you, apparently.
Yeah, I played in that game, and he's a real good character. And I think the manager obviously knows him, as he said before. He's brought him in to just shore things up. We heard from the manager what he wants from his team. He just wants people that work hard, solid, win second balls, and I think that's what Jake Taylor does. And then it gives the attacking players the freedom to go and do their thing as the manager wants to attack.
Can you remember playing alongside Jake?
Cyprus. I can, yeah.
I was there. I
was
watching
really?
that game, yeah, watched that game.
And was it a win, lose or draw?
2-1 win.
Correct.
Is the right answer. And Aaron, that's the chance that Sutton United have got today. It's not just about making those headlines that we talked about, but also landing a big tie in the third round.
That's what everybody dreams of. Getting that big draw, getting that, a Man City, a Manchester United, an Arsenal. This club have had that before. I remember when they had Arsenal here. A massive occasion. Players like Santi Cazorla coming down who, you just used to watching on TV. So both of these teams will be desperate to get into that third round.
I'm old enough to remembered watching Match of the Day and the great John Motson, God rest his soul, who commentated on Sutton United beating Coventry City. I remember watching that live.
Well, we
don't.
We're not that old.
I knew I'd walk into that. I knew I'd walk into that, that's for sure. And as far as Shrewsbury Town are concerned, I suppose their goal threat is Anthony Scully?
Yeah, by far. You know, listen, you look at the goals that he scored in the last round against South Shields, you know, tucked this penalty away really well. And this straight away put Shrewsbury on the front foot. They took total control. Again, another really important goal for them. Gets ahead of his man, gets an all-important touch, and should have had a hat-trick. You know, on the day, he was the standout player. He'll be disappointed that he didn't walk away with a match ball on that occasion, but he'll be looking at today and thinking this is another opportunity for me to get going, get another couple of goals and lift the confidence of the squad.
Well, Michael Appleton, I was listening to his local radio interview on Radio Shropshire yesterday, and he was talking about the very fact they've identified Sutton's strengths and their weaknesses, but in terms of Shrewsbury Town, they are conceding a lot of goals, Ash.
Yeah, and that is one of their weaknesses, Shrewsbury, and he's probably thinking the same thing about Sutton. Both teams want to attack, both teams feel comfortable attacking, but for Michael Appleton, he'll be looking at his players and saying, can you come down here and be professional, do a professional job, use our qualities, our superiority, and just what you want to do is when you're the higher ranked team is get in there, get the win and get out of it.
And also, Aaron, we've been here for a couple of hours, and the Sutton United fans, they are right, pardon the pun, as the drummer just stops, bang up for it.
Yeah, and they should be. They're a team that are on the up now. At the moment, since the manager's come in, it's just been an upward trajectory. Now, can they go that next step? Can they get that big draw? And can they continue to move up the division? Everything looks bright here at Sutton at the moment.
Lads, fantastic stuff. Thank you very much indeed. We can't wait for this. Sutton United, Shrewsbury Town, live here on the BBC. We are live on the iPlayer and on BBC Two. And let's join our commentary team of Danny Gavidon and Simon Brotherson.
Thanks, Jason. Hello, everyone. The hat with the heavyweights is just a game away. Non-League Sutton United's name is written into the fabric of the FA Cup over the years. League Two side Shrewsbury Town hoping to be the story today, not the headline. But it's been a tricky season for them so far, reeling after relegation from League One. They're now hovering just above the trapdoor in League Two. Sutton United, in contrast, have really picked up since the autumn arrival of Chris Agata and have taken 13 points from the last 15 available in the National League. The hosts were last in the third round only 2 seasons ago. Shrewsbury aiming to be in the hat for the 8th time in the last 9 campaigns. Good crowd in tonight. We're expecting around 3,000 or so. And thankfully the rain currently staying away. It was sweeping across the round about half an hour ago. On to the team news. Sutton United were waiting to see who's fit enough to start in their lineup tonight. Brandon and Juco failed a late fitness test. There's a timely return from injury for Ashley Nadasan. He scored the winner against Telford in the last round. Lewis Simper is their top scorer with 10, and Jaden Harris scored twice in last week's 4-2 win over Gateshead in the National League. Shrewsbury Town are unchanged. Captain Will Boyle played in the 4th round against Manchester City for Cheltenham 4 years ago. Tom Anderson in the 5th round for Doncaster against Crystal Palace in 2019. Sam Klukas has Premier League experience in the past with Swansea and Hull. And Anthony Scully scored twice in the 3-1 win at South Shields in the 1st round. Well, Sutton have done quite well to be here, to be honest. In the 4th qualifying round, they went behind 5 times against Farnham Town before eventually winning 3-2 in the replay. Jaden Harris scored in the 8th minute of added time to force that replay. And then Will Tizard won the tie in the very last minute of extra time in the 2nd game. And there is Will Simper. Danny Gavidon alongside me. He's one of the key players to keep an eye on today.
He certainly is. Really looking forward to watching him perform. Sutton United's top goal scorer this season, 10 goals in all competitions, and just thriving under the new manager, Chris Agata. He's been moved in a slightly more attacking position, and he's thriving off it. Someone Shrewsbury will have to watch really carefully. You know, he's a scorer of fantastic goals with both feet.
What a difference he's made, Chris Agata, who was the former Worthing manager earlier in the season.
Yeah, he's been absolutely brilliant. You know, under the previous manager, Steve Morrison, didn't get off to a very good start, but he's come in. You know, we've heard him kind of speak before the game, talking about going back to basics, but he's also said they are all-out attack as well, and it shows. You know, they've scored so many goals since he's come into the club.
There's Michael Appleton, the manager of Shrewsbury Town. A good cup run would be handy for their confidence, wouldn't it?
It certainly will. You know, he's spoken about trying to generate some momentum. It's been difficult for them in League Two. Problems at both ends in terms of scoring goals and conceding goals, and sometimes a cup competition can just take the pressure off the players. It can build a little bit of momentum if you can get a win. So he'll be looking for a solid performance from his team, and obviously the dangling of the carrot of a big club maybe in the third round.
The man in the middle today, Jacob Miles, an EFL referee. He's taken charge of a couple of championship matches inside the past month. So ready to go at the fabled Gander Green Lane, now known as the VBS Community Stadium. Doesn't quite have the same ring.
It doesn't.
In some respects, but a venue that's seen some pretty good cup ties over the years.
Gander Green Lane, I think we know it more.
And we're underway. And it is Sutton United in the yellow, or the amber, as I think they would prefer it, and Shrewsbury Town in the dark strip, in their change strip today. Second round in a row in which they've gone to non-league opposition on the road, coped admirably with the trip to high-flying South Shields in the last round. Very professional performance, and here they come on the attack already. This is Sam Klukas. Boyle collects. The central defender popping up on the wing, and a handy delivery. Taylor with the header clear. Simper sends it on. It's a chase for Nadasan, and it will be a free kick for the home side.
They're just starting the game really well, looking to get bodies into the box, which they do really well, but it gets cleared. It's just that straight ball forward. You see Nadasan getting in behind. Not sure the foul was actually meant, just gets a little bit too close to Nadasan and just clips his heels.
That's a very early yellow card there for Sam Stubbs.
Yeah.
He's been a key part of Shrewsbury's defence this season, starting every match for them in the current campaign. Here's Simper, collected by Jake Taylor, loitering at the back. This is Obona. Taylor, the defensive midfield player, he often loiters and allows some of the other defenders a little bit more freedom to venture forward.
Yeah, just uses all his experience, just kind of sits in front of that kind of the two centre-backs for Sutton United at times. As you see here, he'll kind of drop in between them as well and just looks to get on the ball neat and tidy, just looks to kind of dictate play and get Sutton United kind of start them off in an attacking sense.
You can see already, Danny, a lot of the play goes to and through Lewis Simper.
Understandably so. A fantastic season. As we said, he just moved a little bit more forward from that midfield here, playing off this kind of right-hand side and thriving in terms of goals this season. You feel like back five of Shrewsbury will have to defend really well. That's the cut inside off this right-hand side, and really good with shots from distance.
Ruffles back into Klukas. Klukas, a player with bags of experience, including in the Premier League, 66 Premier League appearances earlier in his career with Swansea City and Hull City.
I feel his experience will be important. We just spoke about Simper, and I think Michael Appleton will be fairly pleased with the start from his team, but Klukas on that left side, that left wing-back position, he will be up against Lewis Simper quite a lot, so his experience can be really important.
Be hoping to last a bit longer than he did in the first round when he had to go off after just 13 minutes in the northeast. Little flick on there by Anthony Scully. It's with Scully once more. Klukas nearby, a lovely little touch there, creating a bit of space, and Ruffles via Isaac England away to the far side. Hoole sends it back in. Interception made by Jaden Harris. Taylor challenged by Lloyd, no free kick given, but tidied up at the back. You can see Sutton United, Danny, a side who are playing with a notable degree of confidence in the way that they don't panic in deep positions when they've got the ball. They try to play their way out of it.
Yeah, they do look to play football the right way, and you can see the confidence that they're playing with currently. You know, they've gone from 20th in the National League up to 17th. We're bottom of the league, but obviously that kind of new manager bounce, and they're now a team that's full of confidence.
Yeah.
Had a fantastic November. 4
wins and a draw from their matches in November, and then sent back to to Shrewsbury's goalkeeper Will Brooke. Harris with the layoff. Just thinking that goal kick absolutely flew, didn't it?
It did. Certainly the FA Cup conditions you kind of expect a little bit for this kind of time of year, and the players will have to be aware of the conditions as well. Not raining at the moment, but there has been a lot of rain. There's a little bit of wind out there as well, so the players need to be aware of that.
Fruity collected by Taylor. Jack Sims, second week for him back in goal. He'd been out for a few weeks through injury. It's a nice flow about this football here from Sutton United. They're moving the ball around beautifully. And Junior Eccleston's available on the near side if required. Simper, more central, lovely little layoff. And finally it all breaks down. The pass from Kai Jennings, intercepted inside the penalty area. But much to enjoy about that flowing move.
Yeah, lovely football. Shrewsbury just looking to press high. I'm sure Michael Abberton has said to his team, look, they like to play football, Sutton United. Let's try and get after them when we can. Press high, can we win the ball back in good areas? But lovely bit of play there from Sutton United to kind of play through, and probably just the wrong decision from Kai Jennings there. Probably should have taken the strike on from distance, just looked to be clever and slide the ball through.
Lloyd underneath it, Taylor there to tidy up Simper. Happy enough to win the throw in there off Josh Ruffles. It was a good little pickup for Shrewsbury, actually. Ruffles in the middle of October. He was without a club, having been released in the summer by Huddersfield. And he settled into their starting 11 quite quickly.
Yeah, good player. I remember him doing a really good job at Huddersfield, and pretty sure he used to play at left back there, but converted into a central midfield position, and yeah, really good pickup for Shrewsbury.
Anderson getting the better of Ogbonna. Shrewsbury Town with the throw. Away form has been a bit of a concern for Shrewsbury, though. They've lost 3 in a row on the road since that first round victory at South Shields.
Yeah, Simon, but I think that's the beauty of the FA Cup, a little bit cup competitions. Form goes out in the window a little bit. It just gives you that opportunity, as I said, to forget about the past and what's happened, and you know, it's all about executing the performance on the day.
Jake Taylor going long towards Ashley Naderson. Stubbs, remember, had his name taken in the first couple of minutes, so we'll need to make sure he doesn't go diving in. Ball played forward by Jack Taylor. And crowd howling for a penalty over in that corner.
It was a good, well-timed tackle from who needed to be.
Ruffles sends it forward. There'll be a free kick there, conceded by Edon Pruti. Edon Pruti straight into the book for that.
2 centre-backs on opposite teams now on yellow cards. Pruti there, as you see, just looking to anticipate and kind of step in front, gets caught.
Here's that challenge just a few moments ago at the other end.
It's well-timed. He had to get that right, and he does so.
So Pruti in the book. Former Albanian youth international. They signed from Slough Town during the summer. Very much a fixture in the heart of Sutton United's defence, alongside Hayden Muller. Flag up on the far side from the moment Will Boyle got his head on that.
I feel set pieces will be important as well. Both teams, Shrewsbury, those 3 centre-backs that they kind of play with. Sutton United, they're just holding a really good defensive line.
Taylor to Taylor, Jack to Jake.
It's going to get confusing this evening, Simon.
They do look quite different, though, physically. One of them being bald, that's Jake, who's in possession now. Hayden Muller has it for Sutton United, 10 minutes in. Taylor finding Jennings. And Eccleston trying to craft a little pass inside to Lewis Simper. This is the first of our live FA Cup offerings this weekend. We've got another one for you tomorrow. Should be a good one too. Boreham Wood against Newport County. That's tomorrow afternoon from 2:15 on BBC Two. Covered at the back here by Stubbs. Eccleston's header forward. Stubbs is there once more. Lloyd, who scored a couple of goals against Gillingham last week. The number 9, sending it over to the far side, and David Ogbonna with a challenge which has sent Ismail Kabia, the on-loan player from Arsenal, sprawling.
Just catches a late one. Kabia from Ogbonna, as you see here. Shrewsbury doing a good job initially of kind of picking up that clearance. They spread the ball out wide to Kabia and just,
that looked pretty painful.
Yeah, on the ankle there. Clumsy one from Ogbonna.
And we're going to have a yellow card here for David Ogbonna. 3 players in the book in the opening 11 minutes of the match.
Typical forwards challenge, Simon. Clumsy, mistimed.
Bonner's been yet another handy source of goals for Sutton, half a dozen so far, but he and his teammates with defending to do. A little bit of shirt pulling there on the edge of the penalty area, spotted by referee Miles. And Eccleston brings it away. They're looking to get Junior Eccleston forward on the near side, number 26. Here he is now. Haven't seen it so far in the opening minutes of the match, but quite an imposing attacking threat. Scored here the other week in a win against Halifax. Eccleston for Sutton.
It might be slightly harder for Eccleston to get forward tonight with that system that Shrewsbury play. 5 at the back with a wing back, so might not be as much space for him to maraud as he likes to, but any opportunity will look to get the ball to him, and he will bomb forward and look to cause problems in the attacking third.
Yeah, only 18 years of age, Eccleston, one of several good young promising players they've got coming through. They've got a few from the academy as well, in and around the first team. Among them, the left back, Jack Taylor. Here's Eccleston into Jennings. And Jaden Harris more than happy to settle for a corner.
Yeah, it does really well there, Harris. Just gets his body in, uses that strength. Lucas in the end can only concede the corner. It's a good opportunity for Sutton United here to some decent delivery into the box.
Away by Scully, one in the air by Simper, and there'll be time here for Pruti. This is Taylor. Lewis Simper now for Sutton United. Kai Jennings, who's scored 4 goals in 8 matches since arriving on loan from Wimbledon, playing at the heart of the midfield today. Just a little too much on that, even for the fleet-footed Ogbonna.
Yeah, see the idea though. Just looking to dart in behind Hull there, Ogbonna. Doing a really good job though, kind of anticipating that ball inside and just getting his body in and just shepherding the ball over the line there. Really good defending.
Same towards George Lloyd there. Beaten in the air by Pruti. Scully loitering on the edge of the box. Plenty of yellow shirts there to bring it away. And Lewis Simper doesn't receive the pass that he was hoping for. Here's Eccleston. Now Muller. In towards Jaden Harris. And Harris is away from his man. And Sutton United are starting to threaten here as it's played into the middle. Ogbonna attempting to win it back. The important interception at the back there made by Will Boyle.
Certainly was. Brilliant football again from Sutton United. Starts with this man Harris. Just gets too tight. Anderson looks to foul in there as well, and he's away. Great ball in behind. Excellent ball across the box, but I have to say Stubbs does a brilliant job there, in the right place at the right time.
You can see already how they've scored a few goals recently, can't you, Danny? I mean, they're great to watch when they venture forward.
Yeah, they're very, very good. Look to play through the lines, and they get runners in behind when they get into the final third.
Chris Agata has been in charge for 13 matches before today, and those games have seen a total of 57 goals, so that's more than 4 a match.
Entertaining.
More pressure from the National League side here for League 2 Shrewsbury Town to deal with. Harris deciding he's going to leave that one for Eccleston. Jennings back into Lewis Simper. Nothing in it so far, but Sutton making more of the running and carrying a threat, and they have a corner. Once again, it's Boyle who deflects it away.
Yeah, those 3 Shrewsbury centre-backs are going to have to play well tonight. And you look at the way Sutton United like to play, passing, movement, runs in behind. These 3 centre-backs are going to have to do a lot of work, going to have to defend that 18-yard box really well. Ball does on that occasion.
Mixing it up, going a bit shorter this time. Ogbonna whipping it into the near post. Oh, and it was so nearly an own goal. What a save by Will Brook. Well, Boyle has been really good at the back, but he and his defensive colleagues were caught out here.
It's a brilliant reaction save. Will Brook spares the blushes of his centre-back.
Sutton asking some real questions there, and Will Brook with outstanding reflexes to keep it goalless here. I think it was Sam Klukas, actually, who inadvertently almost headed it into his own net.
Yeah, I think Shrewsbury initially expecting that ball to come straight into the box, but a clever one off the training ground. They play it short. Good delivery into that near post area. Great reaction save from Will Brook.
Yeah, he's done really well, Brook. He signed a new deal only last week, a new 2.5-year deal. They signed him from Leamington at the end of August, so he started the season in the National League North, but he's started every match for Shrewsbury since roughly the end of September, so he's settled in really well. They signed him as a backup, actually, but he's become the #1 choice in the 3 months or so since joining them. His team have been on the ropes a little bit in the last few minutes.
Yeah, after a fairly decent start, Sutton United have started to get the ball down and looking to play for the lines, and I said, they've got those runners in behind and just starting to cause that Shrewsbury back line one or two problems.
A composure at the back there shown by Sutton's defence once more. This is Jake Taylor trying to send it into Harris. Jack Taylor a little too enthusiastic in attempting to win the ball there in midfield. What will he be thinking so far, 20 minutes in?
I think he'd be really pleased. They've looked threatening, played some really good football. You can see the confidence that they're playing with right now. One or two half chances. I'm really pleased with what he's seen so far.
Well, they've had some great cup ties here over the years, not just the win over Coventry City back in 1989. They've had a few others, and in more recent times as well. Beat Leeds United here in the 4th round in 2017, then Arsenal were the opponents in round 5, and predictably went through at the end of that match, but they've had some great cup runs. Shrewsbury as well, got a draw with Liverpool to earn a replay at Anfield in 2020. Free kick to Sutton.
There's a nice battle developing between these two players. Bonner picks the ball on that left-hand side. Hoole, he's looking to get as tight as possible as soon as the ball goes into him.
It's warming up quite nicely, that duel, isn't it, between those two? Hoole being pegged back at the moment by Bonner. He likes to get forward himself when he can, but that's not really happening at the moment. Harris getting up well, but he had to hang in the air to wait for the ball to arrive.
Yeah, and that's what Shrewsbury need to do, playing with that kind of wing-back system. You have to try and create the width with the wing-backs and get them into those forward areas. But as you say, Sam, they've not really been able to. They're not able to get the ball down and have any kind of continuous possession to get the wing-backs out the pitch, to give another foul away here.
Well, the attacking threat in the opening quarter of this Emirates FA Cup tie so far has all been at one end of the field.
Yeah, Sutton United looking the more likely. Simper, I feel he might be the one to strike this one. The form that he's been in probably doesn't suit a left footer.
Simper and Jennings, the two players either side of the ball here. Struck beautifully, but not quite into the far corner of the net.
And he gets it up and over the wall, to the left of the wall. Jennings hits with the inside of that right foot. Oh, it's not too far away. But full stretch, diving to his left. Just looking for that far corner, Jennings.
Yeah, good strike from the 19-year-old. Mentioned before, 4 goals in 8 appearances since his arrival on loan from AFC Wimbledon. Got a little hint of his quality there with that set play. Meanwhile, at the other end, Jack Sims there, who gathered the ball, hasn't actually had a save to make so far in the game.
And I think that's why Chris Agata will be so pleased with what he's seen so far. You know, they've looked threatening going forward, but untroubled defensively, as you say. Jack Sims hasn't had too much to do.
For all the attacking play they've had, though, Danny, there hasn't been much for Ashley Nadesan to work with so far by way of opportunity, has there?
No, there hasn't, but he'll be ready, I'm sure. You know, he's got goals around him as well, creativity around him. Saw that early run in behind when that ball was played in behind and put Sam Stubbs on a yellow card, so you'll just be working away and just occupying those 2 or those 3 centre-backs of Shrewsbury.
Sent forward by Scully. This is Jake Taylor. It's a nice little blend of youth and experience in this Sutton United team at the moment, and Jake Taylor certainly providing the experience, just overcooking that pass to Jack Taylor on the far side. Away from Nadesan. Here's Boyle. Summer arrival from Wrexham. Clucas. Shrewsbury have progressed from their last 8 FA Cup ties against non-league opposition, being held in this one so far. Clucas looking to switch the play with a pinpoint delivery to Luca Hall. Hall now trying to turn the tables on Ogbonna and ask a few questions of him.
Exactly what he needs to do. Probably the furthest forward we've seen Luca Hall. Bonner already on a yellow card, and does he want to do that defensive work on that occasion? Does really well, because initially gets caught the wrong side, but really good recovery run and good defensive work in the end.
Sam Stubbs across to take this throw in. I think it's tin hat time for the Sutton defence here. Here it comes from the sky. Cleared away by Harris. Ruffles happy to leave it. I think we're going to have another long throw probably.
Have they got one from the other side?
Has Sam Clucas got that in his locker?
I'm not too sure, but the long throw is officially back, isn't it? I've seen a lot of teams using the long throw now. It's very difficult to defend, and sometimes not the the first contact, the second contact, defensively trying to clear your box.
Stubbs launches it. May have just slipped slightly in his fingers there, perhaps.
We'll let him off.
Cabia. That was high and hopeful, and Junior Eccleston with a header away. Shrewsbury struggling to spend very much time in Sutton's half of the field at all. Nadesan chasing after it. Trying to bring Jaden Harris into the play. Sam Clucas for Shrewsbury, who still haven't tested Jack Sims, the home team's goalkeeper, and we played for not far off half an hour.
Yeah, they need a little bit more controlled possession, Shrewsbury. Haven't seen too much of that kind of front three of Cabias, Lloyd and Scully on his left-hand side. Need a little bit more controlled possession. Likes of Clucas, Ruffles, young Isaac England in that midfield area. Need to try and get on the ball a little bit more and start servicing that front three.
This is Hayden Muller, back to his goalkeeper. A pretty unhurried look about them under pressure. Simper to Addison, now it's with Jake Taylor once more. Lewis Simper lets it run. Harris finds Jennings. Jennings to Ilan Pruti, opens up a little bit now, and Shrewsbury on the back foot once more. This is Ogbonna, support from Jaden Harris. Looking for an opening, wriggling, trying to find a way through. Another big clearance, and Sam Clucas sends the ball on its way. Cabia now, the player on loan from Arsenal. That's Ruffles into Boyle, Clucas near side. It's warming up this time.
Yeah, it certainly is, and well, what a goal that would have been. It was a great block in the end, but that Sutton United move started in their own 18-yard box, worked their way right up the field.
Well, you have to say, it's the National League side who are asking all of the questions here in the first half so far.
And Shrewsbury at times are looking to kind of get that press on, but Sutton United doing a really good job of kind of playing through it, and in particular Jake Taylor in that midfield area. He always seems to be that kind of spare man for that Sutton United backline to play the ball into, and then they're able to kind of work their way up the field and go on the counter-attack. So I think Shrewsbury need to do a little bit of a better job of getting someone around Taylor.
And it goes harmlessly out of play. That will be Sutton United's ball. Gives me time to just remind you and point you in the direction of our FA Cup highlights programme. tomorrow at 6 p.m. That's here on BBC Two. Results, highlights and goals available constantly on the BBC Sport website and app. Available now. All that's been missing for the National League side so far is a goal to cap off an excellent performance so far. But here they come. Simper finds Junior Eccleston. Shrewsbury backpedaling once more. And another corner for Sutton United.
Yeah, but again, Shrewsbury not pressing well enough. They've got to keep Sutton United in on that left-hand side. They don't. Sutton United are able to break out of their press, bled the play out to this right-hand side. And then it's that kind of scrambling defence as well, to be fair. They've defended fairly well, Shrewsbury. Those three centre-backs have more often than not been in the right place at the right time.
5 corners in half an hour for the home side. What can they make of this one? Here's Jennings. He was hoping that it might fall kindly so that he could get the shot away. Cabia blocking his path, but maybe Jennings will find a way through this time. Support from Ogbonna, sending it across. Oh, just got away from Nadesan. That's a good turn there by Lloyd, who is fouled by Hayden Muller. And referee Jacob Miles, quick with the yellow card.
Can't really have any complaints. Muller just gets tight there. Good play from Lloyd. Just rolls in. Muller just panics because he knows there's a potential counter-attack on. Takes the yellow card. Sutton United again, looking really dangerous. It's just that final ball, maybe that bit of quality in the final third that's lacking.
Taylor back to Jack Taylor. Eden Pruti. See Jack Taylor, he always offers that short pass out from the back.
Always available. You know, very clever with his movement as well. As you see, he'll drop in between the two centre-backs, and who's going to come and mark me from a Shrewsbury perspective. So he's got so much time and space on the ball.
This is Jake Taylor, of whom we were just speaking, the player with one full senior cap for Wales over a decade ago against Cyprus. Jack Taylor, his namesake, the left back. He's one of the homegrown players through the academy here. Hoole with the header away. Ruffles sending it forward. Jake Taylor is popping up everywhere, and Luca Hoole sturdy to win the ball back. But Sutton aren't hanging around. Recycling the ball quickly. David Ogbonna causing real problems, just a little too high for Eccleston. Anthony Scully will keep it in. Boyle going long, and it's been a frustrating first half at times, hasn't it, for Michael Appleton's team? I mean, they're struggling to really find any rhythm in possession of the ball.
Yeah, just look at that ball played in behind. There isn't a runner in behind. They need to try and keep possession better when they do win the ball back. They're not keeping it long enough. You have to give credit to Sutton United as well. Defensively, they've been very good, and when they lose the ball, they're very quick to go and win it back. But just a team that is playing with a lack of confidence, really.
Lucas able to collect. Eccleston having a hold of his shirt there. Safely back in the gloves of Jack Sims. The goalkeeper who was the joint player of the year for the club, Jack Sims, last season, along with the player who the pass then was intended for, Lewis Simper. Sims going long, just as Jaden Harris came short. Oh, Bonner. Here's Taylor. Addison with the layoff. Long old chase for Lewis Semper. Closest we've come to a goal so far was that defensive header from Sam Klukas that was going in until his goalkeeper Will Brook produced an excellent save to push it over the top of the crossbar. Here is Klukas now. Now Boyle. Some notable interceptions from him as well during the first half. Boyle. Lovely touch from Anthony Scully, beautifully done. George Lloyd collects, Scully completes the run, but Eccleston, his junior, had the pace to get there first. Shrewsbury with a player down, referee happy for the match to continue. Sutton's players are effectively waiting until the referee intervenes.
Yeah, much better from Shrewsbury there, though.
It's George Lloyd, the striker, who's down.
Everybody kind of initially on the same page. Boy, with that ball into Scully, a little flick round the corner. Lloyd looking to then play Scully back in. Just kind of gets caught as he looks to play that ball in behind.
Jake Taylor there was the player who made the challenge on Lloyd. And Chris Agater not wasting a moment there to pass on a few thoughts to his team, but he must be pretty happy with what he's seen in the opening 35 minutes of this cup tie.
Yeah, he'd be delighted. He just won that goal. You know, when you're on top, when you're playing well, it's really important to score. I think you have to give a little bit of credit to Shrewsbury as well. They have defended fairly well. So, you know, from their perspective, they're still very much in the game at 0-0. So, you know, looking the more likely.
Michael Appleton's looking quite animated.
I think you'll want to see a little bit more from his team. Haven't really seen that front three in the game too much. First time we've kind of seen a bit of connection really there, with Lloyd kind of getting caught off the ball with Jack Taylor. But you want to see a little bit more of that. His team a little bit more connected, where they're looking to get the ball into that front three. Cabby on that right hand side, we haven't seen too much of him.
Well, good to see that George Lloyd's back on his feet and hopefully back in the game momentarily. Experienced player, close to 200 matches actually, George Lloyd in the EFL, split pretty evenly between Leagues 1 and 2. This is Kai Jennings. Now Muller. Ruffles rather hoping that Klukas was further forward. Lloyd's back on, it's 11 against 11 once more. Inside the last 10 minutes of the first half. Asking a lot of Addison once more. Pruty forward. Away towards Jack Taylor. Diving in on Ogbonna there, Luca Houle.
Been a good battle this first half between those two. Ogbonna's grown into this half as it's gone on. Got that early yellow card, but has had some really good moments in and around the 18-yard box. Just maybe that final pass which has let him down. That man there, Chris Agater, be really pleased with the performance from his team in this first half, just lacking that goal.
Sutton United so far have managed to keep Shrewsbury Town's forwards at arm's length in this first half. There were really troublesome moments thus far. Lewis Semper was surrounded and outnumbered in the heart of midfield. Boyle looking for Lloyd, but again, it's that high ball, and the number 9's very much on his own.
Yeah, it's just hopeful, really. You know, what's he supposed to do with that? George Lloyd, really difficult for him to do anything with that type of ball. No real thought behind it. Very easy, really, for Sutton United to kind of mop that kind of ball up.
Well, 0-0 so far. Worth pointing out, perhaps, that Sutton have found the net in each of their last 12 matches before today. Every game they've played since the 4th of October against Braintree. Plenty of time yet, as Nadesan chasing hard, and once again swiftly off his line, Will Brook. Jake Taylor, now Jack Taylor. Lovely little turn by Eden Pruti, carrying him away from George Lloyd. Jennings back, Pruti forward. Just got away from Simper, who's given plenty of freedom out there. Lewis Simper, actually, he's popping up all over the field, both left and right, and it's with Boyle, and now Klukas. Have Shrewsbury got a big final 4 or 5 minutes in the first half in them? Well, maybe not with passes like that. Again, very comfortably dealt with by Sutton United's defence as they go long and a little too long for Ogbonna.
Yeah, you can see the difference in confidence, I think, between the two teams, and kind of the difference in style of play as well. Huddersfield, it is a little bit more of a mixed bag, a little bit more maybe hit and hope, but certainly from going back to front a lot more, much more measured build-up from Sutton United, more connected, on the same page, and still 0-0.
Foul throw, so it's going to be Sutton's ball. Wasted opportunity for Shrewsbury there. Pretty forward, and again Taylor available and in possession. Keeps it away from Lloyd. Three more minutes of the opening 45 remaining. Just carrying on the wind away from Junior Eccleston. Here comes Sutton, though, looking to venture forward again, and the pace on the pass, carrying it away from Lewis Simper.
Yeah, and Addison there had a lot more time than he thought. Could have actually took that in and possibly turned, but maybe thinking a player in close proximity to him and looking to lay that off first time.
Simper surrounded, throw for the home side. 2 more minutes in the first half, plus added time. Buller's throw, Jennings nearby. Back now with Eden Pruti. Jack Sims again. The only times he's really touched the ball in this first half has been when his own defenders have played it his way.
Yeah, could have left his gloves in the dressing room.
Nothing to do so far. Now here comes Lewis Simper for Sutton United. Here's a great ball. Oh, slammed against the crossbar. Jaden Harris, so close and so unlucky. Sutton banging on the door here shortly before the break. What an effort that was. And it's Harris over on the far side who loses out. Anderson clears. Big moment in the tie and almost the opening goal.
Yeah, but again, the football, the link-up is brilliant. Simper driving forward. It's a really good ball in behind, and he takes it so well, Harris. Great first touch, gets the strike away. So unlucky, comes back off the crossbar. Nothing Will Brook could have done about that.
They've been the better team, haven't they, so far?
They have. Deserved to be in front. Really good play from Harris there. Great first touch, and he has to get that strike away quickly, which he does on his left foot. Does everything right, catches the strike ever so well. So unlucky.
Jake Taylor now. Around 20 seconds, we're going to see the board shortly. Opportunity for Sam Stubbs to get it away. Nicely flighted there into Anthony Scully. Sam Klukas. Shrewsbury hanging in the game here, looking to make it to half-time on level terms.
And that is the one positive for them. It is still 0-0, but they haven't got anything going this first half. Defensively, they've looked shaky.
Just a couple of minutes of additional time here before the break.
Not created too much going forward. A couple of opportunities from set pieces, possibly the odd long throw, but apart from that, haven't really been able to create anything, Shrewsbury.
Comes Jake Taylor into Jaden Harris. This is Muller. Now Jennings. Turning away from Lloyd. Jake Taylor. Happy to control that midfield area. Lewis Simper. Ogbona's in space over on the far side. Simper trying to pick out Ogbonna, looking for him to put some pressure on Hoole, who kept his eye on that well.
He did really well there, Hoole. There was a lot of space for him with that header, but I've seen a lot of wing-backs, full-backs maybe head that out for a corner.
Should be covered here by Pruti, does well. Taylor finding Jennings. Eccleston and space on the near side. This is Hayden Muller. 30 seconds or so before the half-time whistle. And Ogbonna challenged. It will be a free kick. Conceded by Hoole. And one more opportunity to put the ball into the League Two side's penalty area, perhaps before the break. Jennings.
Looking to get tight every opportunity, Hoole on Ogbonna. Giving 2 or 3 fouls away now.
That'll do it for the first half. On the whistle of referee Jacob Miles. Jaden Harris there, the closest to breaking the deadlock with a thunderous shot from range shortly before half-time, which clattered against the crossbar. Will Brook, the Shrewsbury Town goalkeeper, also made an excellent save from his own player, Sam Klukas, who inadvertently headed it his way at some considerable speed. Shrewsbury Town haven't offered anything so far. At half-time, it's Sutton United 0, Shrewsbury Town 0. Let's go down to the touchline and join Aaron McLean with Chris Agata.
So, Chris, how did you see that first half?
I thought we had the better of it in terms of creating the opportunities. I think we dominated the ball as well. Last sort of 10-15 minutes, I thought, where they've sat in a bit more of a block, we've forced it at times. I think we need to do a bit more just to disrupt their first line, just to get them to jump to then open up the centre of the pitch. But yeah, pleased, but equally frustrated because I feel like I've had some good opportunities to take the lead.
What will you be saying to the lads at half-time?
We'll go through some bits in terms of provoking a bit of pressure higher up the pitch. Might be bounce passes, might be stepping with the ball, might just be standing on it just to try and get their centre forward to jump or their forward line to jump, and then that should open up the centre of the pitch. That's the ideal for us to potentially get that message across. Equally acknowledge that they might change shape, because I think we've had enough success to maybe suggest that they'll want to change. It's almost trying to preempt what they're going to do.
Well, we'll let you get in there. All the best.
Thank you. Yeah, goalless at half-time, but you have to say the Sutton United have been a better side.
Yeah, really composed, confident performance for them in the first half. But I've been really impressed with the way they've played with the ball. They've had Shrewsbury at will, really. Shrewsbury really struggled. I'm sure Michael Apperton will be disappointed with his side's performance. But they've been really impressive. Sutton playing with so much confidence, playing out from the back. All 11 players are comfortable with the ball at their feet.
And also, Ash, so comfortable in possession, as you say.
Yeah, they're not afraid at all. You've seen there, just they got a free kick right at the end, and everyone thought they was going to put it in the box. They just put it down and play straight away. They like having possession. They like the ball, and they're using it really well. Straight through the middle of Shrewsbury's team a lot of the time. And as I say, they can go either way because all of the Sutton United players look really sharp. Ogbonna's sharp, Harris is sharp, Taylor's having a great game. They're doing really well.
Great strike from Jaden Harris. And should have been 1-0.
Yeah, and he'll feel that he should have scored. You know, he's got 3 goals in his last 2 games. It's somebody who's full of confidence. But what he's doing, he's playing in a team that are going to get him opportunities. Listen, this is one of those ones that you just, a little toe poke. You know, he doesn't have enough time to be able to set it out of his feet and then get a clean strike on it. Gets his first touch, and then it's just a little toe poke across the bar, and he'll feel that he should have scored there, and he'll be disappointed, but he'll know that he's going to get more opportunities in this game.
And I think what's causing Shrewsbury a lot of problems is that Harris and Simper combination in the 2 10s, one on the left and one on the right, just picking up really clever positions, and Shrewsbury are struggling to deal with that.
Yeah, Shrewsbury Town very much getting moved around the park, haven't they, Aaron?
Yeah, they look like a team that's low in confidence. You know, they've come up against a free-flowing team, a team that are happy to have the ball at their feet, will be brave on it, will take chances. And at the moment, you know, I think Michael Apperton will be looking at his players saying, listen, you need to show more courage. We've been in these positions where you're the higher ranked team up against a lower team, and the lower team's getting the better of you. You have to show character. You have to show why you're the Football League club and why they're the National League club.
And also, you can see why Sutton United have scored so many goals recently and why they're on this good run. Chris Agata was saying about the momentum, especially when they're in possession and also looking to attack from all angles.
Yeah, and we'll show you now. You know, they're so comfortable in possession, like we said. But what they do is they get players in good positions, in good angles where they can play one-touch football. So they move it forward, back, side to side. Simper's pulled the strings brilliantly from midfield, as Aaron had highlighted before the game. This one fizzles out to nothing. But as we said before, the defence build up into Harris, who's been great as well. Ogbonna's been so lively on that left-hand side. They're causing Shrewsbury all sorts of problems. This one's just begging for someone to tap it in, but he doesn't get there. But as I said, they cause problems. A lot of the time you'll see the rotation with Simper, Harris and Taylor as well, and that's difficult to play against when players that you're up against are going into positions where you don't want to go, taking you wide, taking you deep, and they're just playing, like Aaron said, free-flowing football. They're not rigid in a position at all. They're confident on the ball. You can see they're all willing to take it, willing to show their little bit of skill. This is the one, that's the one way it's just someone just to come onto it.
Well, that's the beauty of it, is they've got such fluency. Jennings and Taylor will just sit at the base of it, but then you've got Harris, you've got... listen, their rotations at the top of the pitch, Simba, listen, they're more than happy to take the ball under pressure. You know, Harris has held the ball up so well, and that's allowed other players to get in and around him, and when they get the opportunity... It's just that final bit that's missing, is that final strike, that final finish. But they've scored 2 goals, at least 2 goals, in the last 12 games. You've got to be a good team to be doing that.
Yeah, Sam Klukas is someone you know very well, almost put through his own net.
Yeah, he's a good player, Sam Klukas, and he'll be frustrated tonight. But this is really dangerous from him. And it's one where, when you get in this position, you just want to head it because you don't want it to go past you in that near post zone. But what happens is, if you see him, he goes too far forward, and he should be on the near post, and actually it's a great save from his goalkeeper to pull him out of trouble. But I've been in this position many a time where you just get drawn to the ball a little bit, and you don't want to, he can't really leave that because it's such a good ball, but great save from the goalkeeper.
If you're a Shrewsbury Town fan, how are you feeling at half-time, given the fact they're on this run and also they're near the bottom of the EFL?
You're feeling nervous, you're feeling frustrated, because I don't think that Shrewsbury have shown anything. You know, I don't think that they've shown that they're the Football League club. And listen, it's always difficult when you're low in confidence. It's always difficult when all the expectation is on you and all the pressure is on you. but you have to find a way to come through that.
And especially when you know you're not playing very well at the moment and losing away games and a difficult place to come in the FA Cup.
And do you know what's difficult about this is normally you'd go in there, Michael Appam, say get against people, go and win some second balls, go and win your duels, go and win tackles, raise the energy levels. That's fine, but the way Sutton are playing, it's so clever. It's something. It is like something out of the Premier League. The rotations, they're dragging players all over the place. It isn't a game where you can just say, "I'll get up against him," because you might end up in a position you don't want to be in at all. So Michael Appam has got some tactical changes that he needs to do.
And the Kai Jennings free kick shows that this tie might be decided on a set piece.
Yeah, and you wouldn't be surprised if it was. You know, I think that both sides have got set-piece takers, free kick takers that are capable of putting the ball in the top corner. You know, I think Jennings' effort is a whisker away. I think he almost thinks that he's scored and it's so close, but those are the moments, you know, for Shrewsbury should be looking at that and saying, do you know what, we've got away with one. That could have easily nestled in that top corner.
Good technique, Ash.
Yeah, brilliant. I'm sure he thinks that's in. And the beauty of this Sutton team is they're going to get that chance again, because people like Ogbonna are going to win free kicks because they're willing to attack their defender and dribble at them. And inevitably you give away a free kick. So if it's not him, it would have been Simper. They've got that quality to put the ball in. It is beautifully poised. Right then, let's bring you right up to date with all the action from the second round of the FA Cup today. Lots of ties. Congratulations to Weston-super-Mare through to the third round for the first time in their history. Well done. They won 2-0 at non-league rivals Chelmsford City. Cheltenham came from behind, tit 6 past non-league Buxton. Exeter cruised past Wickham 4-0. There was an upset at Fleetwood, who beat Luton on penalties after a 2-2 draw. Swindon Town's Aaron Dryanan scored a hat-trick in their shock 4-0 win over Bolton Wanderers. The 2013 Cup winners Wigan Athletic, remember that day very well, beat Barrow on penalties. One of 4 sides to go through on spot kicks. And don't forget, you can find all today's results and the goals on the BBC Sport website and, of course, our app. And don't forget, there's another live FA Cup game tomorrow on BBC 2. Boreham Wood take on Newport County from 2:15. Also 2:15 tomorrow, you can watch Chelsea against Everton in the WSL and on iPlayer. And I'll be back at 6 tomorrow with all the highlights from the second round.
It's been such a long road to get to this point. And then last year was a huge disappointment. Robbie had to step up as the manager.
A lot of people said I had to scratch the itch, but I never ever wanted to be a manager. It's been the best 4 years of my life.
Delighted to welcome Paul Carrick-Brunson to our studio here, our makeshift studio here at Sutton United, I have to say. We haven't got the luxury TV studio out. It's Pitside, but we're delighted to see you. Great to see you, Paul.
It's an honour to be here.
Can I first of all say you're looking magnificent?
You are. Can I say all three of you?
Brilliant.
You've come looking good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think we look like a boy band or what?
You know, I think. Can you sing? Can you all sing?
Some of us can.
We've had a go before now. Right, first of all, we know you from television. We know you from podcasts.
Yes.
And also, you are a co-owner at Sutton United. How did this happen?
I'd say I literally picked Sutton United out of a hat, which is an incredible story, but that was 2 years ago. Made the investment in the team. It has been one of the best moves of my life. I mean, look at this. This is like, to be here in this community, it's literally changed my life.
You've done a great job. So you were on Channel 4 on Sunday Brunch.
Yes.
Take us back.
Okay,
right?
so
there's a mention for Sunday Brunch there. We're, expecting a mention back tomorrow.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay. But there we are.
On Sunday Brunch, right? And Tim and Simon say, look, Paul, you've been here for 5 years. You haven't selected a team yet. They put all the teams in the hat. Yeah. Craig David is next to me. Kind of look like Craig David a little bit.
I'll take that. That's okay.
So Craig David is next to me, right? And then we reach into the hat, we pull out Sutton United.
Wow.
Then someone from Sutton United sends a tweet, and they say, hey, Paul, we invite you to come down. I came down with my son, and then Sutton won. Then we came to our second game. Sutton won again.
Fantastic.
And that's how it started.
So this is all down to you.
No.
It could have been any team. Was there any team in that pot?
Oh, yeah. There was about 112 teams in the pot.
Goodness.
Could have been any team.
What a great story.
Yes.
And tell us, what have you done then since you've been here? Because the atmosphere here is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I mean, well, there are many owners, but we have done lots, right? One is like, you see the kit?
Yeah.
The kit, we designed the kit, we redesigned the kit, which is important. But what we've also done is we've tried to include the community in everything we're doing. So we've launched something called the Amber Rising campaign, which we include people who have never been to a football match. So literally, we're all sat over here in this section. People, it's their first time at a football match. Maybe they didn't feel safe. Maybe they couldn't afford a ticket. Maybe they thought football wasn't for them. A lot of women have come into Amber Rising. So this is also a big campaign.
Brilliant.
But ultimately, what we're trying to do is bring the club deeper into the community. And I think we've done a good job over the last
Because
year.
we could go very deep on football and where the power lies, but what's beautiful about this is that you brought the community together, because I understand there were some people in the community who didn't think football was for them and didn't feel safe at football games.
Absolutely. That was one of the reasons why I got involved, was representation. A lot of people said, Paul, you won't be safe down in Sutton. We came, everyone in Sutton invited us in. Like, these are literally my brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles. We all hang out afterwards. I've been able to figure out how to drink 4 pints. Now I can get 4 pints down. Before I could only get 2. You know, they've taught me so much, but this is family right here.
Isn't this great, Darren?
It's amazing. In terms of initiatives, what kinds of initiatives do you guys do to be able to, you know, bring everyone into the football club?
Well, what we've done is we've opened up a lot of tickets. So if you are a first-time ticket goer, or first-time, should I say, football goer, you could come for free. Literally, you can come for free. Also, if you literally send me a message, I'll buy you a ticket. I've been buying tickets. I bought tickets all the time, buying tickets. The idea is that once you come, you want to come back, you want to come back, you want to come back. The hospitality is incredible. The staff is incredible. Also, the food. Have you had the food?
Yes, they did. They were eating chips when I was walking earlier.
Really? Okay, and how was the food?
Amazing.
Yeah, it's like...
Are you sure? Are you sure? You did say the chips were quite cold.
It's definitely amazing.
See, no, it is amazing. Food is next level.
The food is fantastic. And there was a choir singing Christmas hymns as well.
That's what
beautiful in the fan zone.
It doesn't get
So
better
lovely.
than this. And then with the win, oh my goodness, we're going to go to another level.
Can I ask you, though, what's your view of the FA Cup? As an American in football, what's your view of this magic competition and this beautiful trophy?
This is it. By the way, can I touch this?
You can touch it.
I've never touched it before.
Don't drop it.
Oh, no. Oh, no, look at that.
You see? It's magic, isn't it?
It is magic. It's like a genie.
We talk about the magic of the FA Cup. It's quite happening there.
But we have a storied history. You know, we played Arsenal not too long ago. This is one of those where anything can happen. I love the David versus Goliath situation. And what I love most is anything can happen.
Can I ask you what you've made of the first half as well?
Oh, my God.
You're in this, aren't you?
Oh, my God. I mean, I think we played well this first half. I think we will play better in the second half, and I believe we will win.
Look at that.
I believe we will win.
Fantastic. Paul, you are like a breath of fresh air.
Oh, my gosh, sir.
Great to see you, my
You're not going to sing on the way out.
Thank you very much. You can do. Do you want to sing? Do you want to
Go ahead, sing.
Okay,
Do a little dance step. No, I want you to sing.
Okay, what can you sing, lads?
What can you sing?
I don't get paid enough to sing.
Listen, people who know me know I've never turned down an opportunity to sing.
Please,
What do you want to sing?
What do you want to sing?
Well, you tell me.
You tell me.
No, you tell me.
You tell.
Well, my party piece is Elvis, The Wonder of You.
Okay,
you know that song?
Oh, no. You go, and I'll dance step it.
Okay, this is on live television. I should
I know.
remind you.
Let's do it. Come on,
Okay.
let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, and one step.
As I
come
look
on.
to that camera, I'll hand to tell you the story of the first half, and I'll do a little my Elvis. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
That's the wonder of you.
The hat with the heavyweights is just a game away, and we're underway. Mogbono whipping it into the near post. Oh, and it was so nearly an own goal. What a save. Struck beautifully. Here's a great ball. Oh, slammed against the crossbar. So close and so unlucky.
So there you go. Something I never thought I would do on live television. Simon Brotherton, what did you make of that?
Thanks, Elvis. Welcome back for the start of the second half. And I was going to say it's a half that had its moments so far. It was a half-time that had its moments as well, clearly. But getting back to the match...
Stick to your day job, Jason.
For any viewers who've just joined in, Sutton United have made all the running here, haven't they? And Shrewsbury, you would say, need to up their game.
They certainly do. Some choice words, I'm sure, from Michael Apton in the Shrewsbury dressing room. They offered nothing in that first half. Sutton United were excellent. It was just that final third, final pass, final shot. Chris Agatha talking at half-time and wanting to play through Shrewsbury a little bit more in this second half. I thought they did that really well in the first half. It was just that final third. So, yeah, Shrewsbury are going to have to up their levels massively if they're going to get anything from this.
And it is Shrewsbury, all in black, who will get us underway at the start of the second half. No changes made by either team during the half-time interval. And they're on the attack straight away with Cabia, who sends it across. Quickly out of the blocks, Shrewsbury trying to put Sutton under a bit of pressure. Will Boyle there on the edge of the penalty area, just outside the box. He wants a penalty, saying to referee Jacob Miles, look where I am, having picked myself up. But the referee insistent it was outside the box. This will give us the idea, the answer.
You see there the push obviously starts outside the box. Just called from the kick-off there, Sutton United, and Boyle there just shifts the ball into the space, and Muller just with his arms out commits the foul.
So having at least twice come close to taking the lead during the first half, Sutton United suddenly find themselves on the back foot right at the start of the second. Shrewsbury, remember, aiming to reach the third round for the 8th time in the last 9 years. Anthony Scully is eyeing this one up and sends it in and brings the save from Jack Sims. First time he's been called into action in the match.
Standing on that side, Sims, so you would expect him to make the save. Scully there just goes to the keeper's left. The side he is standing, sees the ball all the way, Sims. Doesn't take any chances. Just punches that away into a really good area.
First attempt on goal from Shrewsbury in the game. Stubbs with one of those long arcing throw-ins. Cabia sends it back in. More pressure for Sutton to deal with. Hayden Muller tries to get it away and then makes the block.
Does well on the second occasion there. Decent start to the second half.
I think Michael Appleton sent them out with a flea in their ear.
It looks that way. He would not have been happy with that first half performance, but good start to this second half.
Good cup tie so far. The only thing that we're missing has been a goal, and the crossbar struck again. And once more, very close. This time, Luca Houle.
It's the first time we've seen a long throw go in, and Sutton United just struggling to clear their lines. You see the difficulties of it, that kind of second contact, third contact, and just Houle on that far post on the stretch. Not sure he's looking to score it, just hooks it on off the crossbar, and Houle, just the angle's a little bit too tight for him. He's on the slide there.
Well, Luca Houle, who scored last week in a match they were winning 3-1 against Gillingham, but ended up drawing 3-3, attempting to bring Harris into the game. Jake Taylor with the header. Header cleared by Tom Anderson. Cabia sent sprawling over the touchline. Challenge from Jack Taylor.
Didn't see too much of Cabia in the first half, but he started the second half a lot better. Good pace to get onto the ball there first, and a real need for Taylor to make that type of challenge.
Another one of the promising young players on show today, Ismail Cabia, 19, turns 20 this coming Wednesday. One appearance for Arsenal so far in his career, played in the third round of the AFL Cup last season as a substitute. Valuable experience in the lower reaches of the Football League for him this season. Referee couldn't miss that if he tried, it was right in front of him. We're going to have another card here. First one of the second half.
Saw a few in that first half as well.
Josh Ruffles will be receiving the card.
It's just a bouncing ball, and both players are looking to get there first. Jennings does. It's just that kind of left arm of Ruffles into the side of Jennings there.
Muller sending it forward, then Kai Jennings, stooping header away. It's Jake Taylor who's down and looking a little groggy in the middle third at the moment, but David Ogbonna has it. What a handful he is, and he's still going here. Ogbonna finding Lewis Simper. Simper tees it up! And again, It bounces off the woodwork and behind. Simper showed his quality here after great work by Ogbonna.
Yeah, brilliant driving run initially from Ogbonna. He probably could have shot himself, just lays it to Simper. And this guy will shoot with either foot equally as well. Really good strike, just clips the top of the crossbar.
10 goals for him already this season, one more than in the whole of the last campaign, as it's walloped clear by Anderson. Lewis Simper, who's actually played at Wembley in a final, the FA Trophy final. It was in 2021, and he was on loan at Concord Rangers. They were beaten by Harrogate that day.
Does like a shot from distance. And he's given that freedom to kind of roam as well. He just plays off that right-hand side, but you will see him centrally. He will drift to the left as well, and so unlucky there. Catches that strike ever so well.
Will chase on Bonner as well, but again, more than anything, I would say it's a slightly swirling wind, but it's behind Sutton United in the second half largely, so the ball tending to go a little bit further than expected on occasion.
Yeah, those balls in behind for Sutton United the second half have to be really accurate, almost with a little bit of backspin, because as you say, with that wind behind them, ball's just going to kind of run away. But really good start to the second half from both teams. Good response there from Sutton United.
Yeah, Shrewsbury are really playing with added bite at the start of this second half. Much needed, though. They didn't really contribute a great deal in the opening 45 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't look connected. You know, off the ball, the pressing. Sutton United, their movement caused them a lot of problems. Looks like they've come out second half. Shrewsbury playing with a little bit more energy, a bit more intensity.
No surprise that it's a close game at the moment, though, is there really, Danny? I mean, a lot of the teams in the National League and in League Two, not too much between them, perhaps.
No, I don't think there is. The quality in both of those leagues is very good. I think the football as well has kind of improved, as you can see. You know, Sutton United, the football we've seen from them so far tonight, and want to play in the right way.
So good to see our half-time guest still engrossed in the action.
A little touch of the FA Cup as well. Not sure if that's allowed, but
always giving their teammates options defensively to make the pass from deep. More than capable of passing their way out from the back, as we can see here, and potentially causing problems as Simper slides it through into Harris. Poole with an important regaining of possession there for Shrewsbury. Pressure, Harris collects, this could be a chance. As the keeper dives in, Simper tries to get there. Shrewsbury Town were in all sorts of defensive difficulty there.
Yeah, really poor from Shrewsbury, looking to play out. It's brilliant from Will Brook, though. Does really well. Could have easily given away a penalty there, but he's alert, he's off his line quickly. And he definitely gets the ball there first from Jaden Harris.
Well, he stepped up brilliantly, hasn't he, Brook, from the National League North this season. No wonder they've given him a new deal last week.
So, really good goalkeeping there. Sloppy play initially from him, just puts his defender on the stretch. That touch maybe from Harris can be a little bit tighter to him, and maybe he gets a shot away.
He had to get this right.
And he gets that spot on.
Not the best of clearances from Jack Sims. Anderson finds Cabia, looking to come into the game more in the second half. It's an excellent throw there from Sims. Lewis Simper. He's got Eccleston with him far side. Simper's still going here. It took two of them to get it off him. Pressure on Klukas. referee says that was a fair charge.
I'm not sure about that. Looked like a foul to me. Jaden Harris will be really disappointed there, initially with his first touch. If his touch is tight to him there, he just robs the ball. He probably scores, or at least kind of works the goalkeeper, gets the shot away. But that first touch just getting away from him a little bit, and he has to scamper after it. That allows Will Brook, the Shrewsbury goalkeeper, to kind of get out and make that challenge. Really good opportunity, missed it.
George Lloyd now for Shrewsbury. Greater tempo about Shrewsbury's game in the early minutes of this second half. Ruffles into Isaac England. Here's Jake Taylor. Nadesan chasing, and the flag has gone up on the far side.
Quite timing the run there, Nadesan. He has been the one out of that kind of front three, front four, who's kind of been less involved. But as you see here, just walking back, maybe not expecting that ball to go in behind so quickly, not quite getting himself back on side.
I guess Michael Appleton will be a bit happier than he was 10 or 15 minutes ago with what he's seen from his team.
Yeah, I think intensity and energy-wise, obviously had that opportunity with the ball coming back off the crossbar and Hoole on that far post, but I still think this situation here, the pressing, they haven't still quite figured this out. Look at this, Sutton United played through again.
Taylor will pick up the loose pieces. Jack Taylor. He's got Bonner running ahead of him on the near side. And Jake Taylor collecting in midfield. Key player he is for Sutton United.
Intelligence there. Jack Taylor on this left-hand side, he's bombing forward, so he just sits in and fills that space that he vacates. Intelligent play, always available.
Yeah, one of those players who doesn't really make the headlines, but certainly makes the team tick.
Yeah, player's player.
Here he is, Jake Taylor, keeping it away from Cabia. This is Eden Pruti. Muller. Cleared away by Anderson. Little ball from Simper. Nadesan can't quite get it back to the number 8. And Shrewsbury survived once again.
It was just the Isaac England in that midfield area looking to play a pass square and just overhits it. And just sets Sutton United onto the counter-attack, but Shrewsbury doing a good job scrambling defence there, getting bodies back, just to nullify the attack.
Taylor steps in midfield. Jennings loses out. The bounce off Lloyd sets it free, and now Ismail Cabia. Still with Cabia. Block made by Sims. And David Ogbonna is back to help to tidy up. Jack Taylor sweeps it away, only as far as Tom Anderson. Competitive FA Cup second round tie. Great opportunity here. Scully could be in, but superb goalkeeping by Jack Sims.
Brilliant. Matching his counterpart, Will Brook. Really good run in behind, well-timed run from Scully, but look how quickly he's out there. Jack Sims just smothers the shot. He's got nowhere to go, really. Scully with the chance, brilliant goalkeeping, and then dives on it straight after.
Heading for the hour mark, Shrewsbury much more in the game than they were in the first half. Cabia keeps it in. Hoole is up with him. Hoole's delivery, corner.
Much better. Man Cabia now starting to free himself, see more of the ball on the right-hand side for Shrewsbury. That allows then Luca Hoole to overlap and get forward as well.
This is the first corner that Shrewsbury Town have had all match.
can they make the most of it?
Quite a strong and
three
notable physical presence in the middle there. With Tom Anderson up there, Will Boyle as well. It will be another corner.
Fruity just about doing enough on that far post. So, captain, just looked like the flight might have beaten him there, but manages to get something on that. Another opportunity for Shrewsbury here, though.
Shrewsbury getting ready to make a change imminently, not quite yet. Taylor Perry is waiting to come on. Another attacking opportunity here. Miscued there by Will Boyle. And I think we are going to have our first substitution of the match as we just look at that corner once again, as Boyle sent it behind for a goal kick. And Isaac England is being replaced here in the heart of Shrewsbury Town's midfield. Taylor Perry is going to come on, a central midfield player. He started 13 of their 18 matches in the league, but only one substitute appearance in the last 3. Isaac England has disappeared straight down the tunnel rather than taking a seat on the bench. Straight away, Perry applying pressure on Prudy at the back, who finds Jack Taylor. Anderson's flick, and Jaden Harris chasing Ogbonna as well, trying to apply some pressure. Brook with the clearance. There's a real fierce intensity about this FA Cup tie now.
Just that feeling. Shrewsbury are starting to grow into the game as well. Much more even. Asking one or two more questions of Sutton United defensively.
It's the only thing if you're Sutton United's manager. Your team have made most of the running in the game. You've gone close to scoring several times, but none of those efforts have gone in. Shrewsbury Town, as you say, much more prominent in the 17 minutes since half-time.
Yeah, it's also important when you are on top to score a goal. They have been unlucky. Seen the crossbar.
Ashley Nadesan down at the moment here, Danny. He's missed the last 3 or 4 games before today through injury, and he was very much a doubt as to whether he was going to play. I think it was a needs-must situation because they were a little bit light up front, so they were hoping that he would be fit again earlier than has been the case, but fit enough to take his place in the team. But I think his race might be run now today.
Yeah, it's looking that way, and like I said, out of that kind of front 4, he has probably been the least effective, the least involved, maybe, as you say, not quite 100%, just flexing that right leg there, possibly maybe the calf.
Well, Kane Critchlow, I think, will come on to replace him shortly, and Critchlow, a Bermuda international, played last week, but has been ill during the week, so there was a doubt about him as well. That's why he didn't start the match, I think. So Ashley Nadesan, I think, is going to go off now, and Kane Critchlow on. Well, what a day for Kane Critchlow to potentially make his mark in a Sutton United shirt. A player who came to England as a 17-year-old with AFC Wimbledon, also had 3 years at Watford on their books. Signed from Chelmsford City during the summer. He was their joint top scorer last season with 13.
Yeah, disappointing for Ashley Nadesan. You know, he would have been coming into this thinking, am I going to be fit, am I not? Would have been desperate, obviously, to play. Disappointing having to come off, but
it's Junior Eccleston furthest forward over on the far side. They'll get a free kick as well, and it's not a bad spot from Sutton United's point of view.
And Stubbs with a foul there. Doing really well, battling away, as you see here. Two Shrewsbury players around him. It's just a silly challenge from behind, no need.
While we were just watching the replay of the challenge, there is Kane Critchlow on for the final 25 minutes. Unless we need another half an hour, of
course. Quite possibly.
It's a tight cup tie, this one. Sutton United's chance to apply some pressure as it's whipped in towards the near post. Simper. Maybe a counter here for Shrewsbury. The pass isn't a bad one. Ismail Kabia collects. Perry, the substitutes, up with him. Great speed here from Kabia. Who absolutely flew down the wing like a rocket.
Yeah, and I think this is a brilliant block in the end. We've seen a lot more from Kabia. Really good counter-attack from Shrewsbury. Great pace there. And that was a really
Jake Taylor did well there, didn't he? With
brilliant.
That little deflection, carrying it behind for a corner. Good play by Kabia, though. More pressure from Shrewsbury now. Again, it goes just wide of the post. And it's George Lloyd. Struggling maybe with a touch of cramp.
Looks that way, but they don't deal with that first contact. Sutton United, it's just Lloyd on that far post. You see here looking to swivel. Almost kind of gets his standing foot caught in the floor a little bit, not able to make the correct contact to get the ball on target. Half chance there.
A tussle there in the middle of the field, getting to grips there with Critchlow. This is Kabia now. Taylor makes the interception. Again, neat and tidy and composed in a tight situation. Taylor under pressure from Perry, and it's going to be a free kick, which gives me time to point you in the direction of our next FA Cup live offering, which comes as early as tomorrow afternoon. Boreham Wood against Newport County. 2:15 for that one here on BBC Two. Match of the day, all the FA Cup highlights from the weekend tomorrow, 6 p.m. And also the results, highlights, goals, all the action as it happens on the BBC Sport website and app, available now. Fireworks above. We wait for more fireworks on the pitch. As Critchlow chases after it. Getting the better of Stubbs, and Ogbonna now streaking clear of Luca Houle, who works hard to get back and does so superbly.
Yeah, good recovery run. A little bit quieter, Ogbonna this second half, but gets in behind here. Really good recovery run, good pace shown there from Luca Houle. A well-timed challenge. They do force the corner, though.
Kai Jennings to take it. It's a decent delivery, and it's gone all the way! Kai Jennings with a stunning corner! And Sutton United of the National League have the lead in this FA Cup tie, with just over 20 minutes to go.
I was wondering if we get a goal. We've seen the woodwork hit 3 or 4 occasions from both teams. And I think Will Brook, the Shrewsbury keeper, might want a foul here. Good delivery from Jennings, as you see. In-swinging delivery. And he's under pressure, Will Brook, and then maybe just gets under the ball a little bit too much. The ball just beats that outstretched right arm straight into the goal. The goalkeeper will be really disappointed with that one. Sutton United won't. Big goal for them.
Wow, what a moment. That's 5 goals in 9 appearances for the player on loan from AFC Wimbledon now. None bigger than that one, though.
Certainly isn't. Those fireworks going off at exactly the right time. I think Will Brook will be a little bit disappointed. Like I said, I think he was under a little bit of pressure.
Here they come again now, Danny, on the attack. It's Critchlow. And it doesn't fall to Jaden Harris in the middle. Remember, Sutton have hit the crossbar twice, and Klukas almost headed it past his own goalkeeper in the first half too.
Maybe I've been starting to think that it's not going to be their night, Sutton United, but I kept going, and to score direct from a corner, you don't see it happen too often.
Harris trying to catch up with the ball, but Brook with the clearance. A little bit of a scuffer. Here's Lewis Simper. And a chase now for George Lloyd. The second favourite, put under pressure. Again, a nice flow about Sutton United on the attack. Jaden Harris here. Great block by Brook, and the header away by Stubbs.
Great football again, Sutton United. Great ball in behind from Simper, and he's inside Hull. Jaden Harris, he's just got to lift this as the ball comes in on his left foot. He's under a little bit of pressure, just gets nudged by Hull, which maybe just affects his finish. You can see there, doesn't quite get the contact that he's looking for. The keeper's out as well. Will Brook making it really difficult, really brave from him.
Yeah, can't blame the forward for anything there, though. Just the momentum of going for the ball, carrying him into the goalkeeper. But Sutton United really pushing for that second goal.
Yes, the way they play.
There's the man of the moment.
Yeah, in swinging delivery. See, initially he's just under a little bit of pressure there, bit of contact. Will Brook, and maybe that just puts him off the flight. Maybe needs to do a little bit better with that. He'd be really disappointed. That man there, he won't.
Beautiful curl on that delivery from Kai Jennings.
Yeah, maybe the wind as well a little bit, Simon. Just affecting the goalkeeper there, not quite getting the flight of the delivery.
He's played well today, Brook, but beaten by that corner. He's under real pressure now. 18 minutes remaining. At Gander Green Lane, the VBS Community Stadium. Look at the wind whipping the corner flag. It's Jennings again. They're going to put Brook under more pressure. Comfortably dealt with by Sam Klukas, heading it away. Jake Taylor's there. Here's Jennings. Lovely ball into Bonner. Did well to win himself a corner.
Certainly did. Don't get that feeling that Sutton United are going to sit on this 1-0 now, do you, Simon? Still attacking.
But they'd be inviting trouble, wouldn't they, if they did?
Well, they probably would. I just don't think that's the way the manager thinks about the game.
Take 3 for Jennings from the corner flag. In it comes once more. Here's Taylor. Header clear by Boyle. Taylor sends it back in once more. Stubbs with the header this time. Josh Ruffles. Taylor is going to be in the book for that. He made absolutely sure that Shrewsbury's players weren't going to venture over the halfway line, and Jake Taylor, clearly irked by comments of fellow Welshman Will Boyle.
Happy with that challenge, Shrewsbury captain. So it's a naughty one, that gets caught the wrong side, Jake Taylor. And
it's a bad challenge, that.
Yeah, that kind of scissors motion. Not a good tackle at all. No complaints with the yellow card.
So Jake Taylor, the latest to have his name taken. Shrewsbury Town's players clearly asking the question of the referee whether yellow was enough there.
It wasn't a good challenge, the type of challenge that kind of causes injury. And
Booty under pressure. What a scramble, what a scrap, and finally into the gloves of Sims somehow.
Just about get away with that. Sutton United United. They are starting to cause more problems, Shrewsbury, from set pieces and those balls into the box.
It's Jake Taylor who ends up on the ground here.
Yeah, just don't get the run of the ball there, Shrewsbury. Just about does enough, Jake Taylor, and then good goalkeeping again in the end from Jack Sims.
Did well there, Sims, didn't he, under pressure?
I'd be disappointed, Shrewsbury conceding that goal just when they were working their way into this game. Cabia on that right-hand side is starting to get some joy, starting to see a lot more ball, starting to cause more problems defensively for Sutton United. So to concede direct from a corner, Michael Appleton will be really disappointed with that. Needs a response now from his team.
Plenty of changes coming shortly for us to keep our eye on. I think both teams are going to make a couple of changes in the next minute or two. Meantime, Shrewsbury Town with a throw in here. Clock's ticking a bit for them. We're inside the last quarter of an hour.
Yeah, you just feel they might have to find a way of just getting some kind of concerted, consistent pressure on this Sutton United team. They have to do a better job of stopping them from playing out.
Hayden Muller is being replaced here for Sutton United. And Aaron Jones on for him. Anthony Scully has gone off. Chuck Saniki on for George Lloyd, and John Marquis is on for Anthony Scully. So back to the action after that little flurry of activity from the bench. Stubbs with the throw. Shrewsbury desperate for a goal to at least force extra time. That's a sharp challenge on Kai Jennings made by Ruffles. Ruffles will be off here. He's already been in the referee's book, and his teammates know it, as referee Jacob Miles wanders across and waits for the player to get up. And when he does, he will see red, and Shrewsbury Town will be down to 10.
I'm not sure how injured he is here, Josh Ruffles. I think he knows that was a bad challenge, knows he was on a yellow card.
The referee does look ready to show a card.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is going to be a red. It's a late challenge. And Jennings.
He's definitely in the book already, Ruffles. Problems piling up now for Michael Appleton and Shrewsbury Town.
I'm sure he wants to get up here, Ruffles, because he knows what's coming. Here we go.
Second yellow card. It's a red for Josh Ruffles. Shrewsbury Town, a goal down, are now also a man down for what remains of this Emirates FA Cup tie. Here's why.
Yeah, silly one, really. When you're on a yellow, you go into ground, you have to be sure you're going to win the ball. And he doesn't. Jennings gets there first. That makes it all the more difficult for Shrewsbury now. Goal down, man down.
So Ruffles heads towards the touchline on the far side. And as soon as he's off the pitch, we will continue. And Shrewsbury just need a little bit of reorganisation here.
Yeah, not easy in that kind of midfield area where you know you have to make challenges, but when on a yellow card, you have to be so careful with them.
Lewis Simper sending it back. It's forward by the substitute, Aaron Jones. And Harris looking lively, as is Kane Critchlow. Harris waiting in the middle that time, Critchlow causing the problems. Header on by Ogbonna. Now, here comes Hull. Is there a route back in here? And Aniki with a header. That was the substitute's first contribution since coming off the bench, and it was very nearly an important one.
Yeah, head in his hands, because he knows that's a half chance. Just break into this right-hand side, Shrewsbury. Hull, good delivery. Only one man to pick out, Aniki on that far post, and under a little bit of pressure, but we should have done better with it.
Some contenders for man of the match, notably those from the home side. Ogbonna there chasing after the ball. Jennings with his goal from the corner. Also Lewis Simper, of course. And there's Jake Taylor, who holds things together in midfield. Among others, for Danny Gabardon to consider. Shrewsbury Town pushing hard, trying to get back in it. It's given us a goal kick. And clearly they were hoping for a corner. Defending there by Junior Eccleston.
Yeah, really good defending, but even though they're down to 10, Shrewsbury obviously a goal down, they need to push, they need to try and get back into this tie, but excellent defending from the youngster Eccleston there. I haven't really seen him so much in those forward areas in this game as he likes to, but good defensive work.
So substitution, Stubbs is off. To be replaced by Tom Sang. Tom Sang, who scored in the first round at South Shields. We've got 8 minutes plus added time. Sutton United inching towards the third round of the FA Cup. There's that old Gander Green Lane effect coming into play once again. Are they going to see another excellent FA Cup result in these parts once more? Still time for Shrewsbury, but it's Sutton United looking to apply more pressure. This time down the far side with Eccleston, who was just manhandled out of the way there by a very frustrated Sam Clucas.
Excellent play. Eccleston there, just looking to turn back, and just the arms of Clucas around the chest there of Eccleston. The linesman right on top of that on that far side as well. Gives the foul.
Sutton look for number 2 here. 7 minutes to go. It's an awkward one, and Brook just got a finger to it.
Much better on this occasion. Simple, that in-swinging delivery. It's full stretch there. Will Brook has to get there. So play on that far post. Much better goalkeeping on this occasion.
Here's Kai Jennings, who from this exact situation scored the only goal of this cup tie so far, as he whips it in again. Anderson with the header away. Back out to Ogbonna, who slides it in. It's Harris, and it is no more than a ball's width wide.
Well, he does really well to sort his feet out here, Harris, because the ball comes to him quickly, crowded in the box. As that ball comes in, see it just kind of comes out to him. Really good first touch. He's just trying to get that shot away quickly. Just evades that far post.
It was Eccleston getting in there. Perry, slight miscue under pressure, collected by Chuck Sanika, experienced player. Cabia now. John Marquis waits in the middle. Super stop there by Sims. Couldn't take any chances with that.
We've seen some excellent goalkeeping tonight from both goalkeepers. Sees this all the way, Sims, full stretch.
It needed saving as well.
Certainly did, really good save.
It's been a good cup tie.
It has. response from Shrewsbury.
Yeah,
half.
we're not done yet either. More pressure on the Sutton United goal, but they survive. It will be a goal kick. Close game. 5 more minutes plus added time. A place in the hat in the 3rd round awaits. The draw on Monday night. And Sutton United inching towards it. Non-league side ahead. But only by a slender 1-goal margin. Cut out by Jones. Here's Jennings, lovely play. Covered at the back by Will Boyle, and then cleared by Will Brook. Four more minutes for Shrewsbury Town to try to keep their FA Cup hopes alive and to force extra time. Whatever happens, we will have a winner before we're done here today. It's going to be a free kick for Sutton United for the challenge on Eden Pruitt.
They've gone to that back 4 now, Shrewsbury, since they've had a man sent off, and they've got to find a way now in these remaining minutes of getting a bit of pressure on and manufacturing a couple of chances. At 1-0, they're still in this, and I don't expect Sutton United to play any different in these remaining minutes. I think they'll continue to attack, so and Shrewsbury manufacture 1 or 2 chances here and get themselves back into the game.
Well, if they do go out of the cup here today, they're going to have to pick themselves up pretty quickly, because they're just a point above the relegation places, or they were at the start of play today in League 2. They're at home to Grimsby on Tuesday, and then away at Walsall next Saturday. Games coming thick and fast. Remember, Shrewsbury were relegated from League 1 at the end of last season, and found themselves in another relegation fight at the moment immediately. Sutton, it seems, carrying their recent league form forward under their new manager here. Jennings. There's an up and under for Critchlow to chase after.
I feel it's going to be a long season for Shrewsbury, but this man here, this Agata, has really got this team performing well, and they are generating momentum. Come into tonight's game full of confidence, and it's shown with the performance. Just need to see this out now.
Here's Jack Taylor, the young left back, still going. Excellent play by Taylor into Ogbonna. Harris across, away by Boyle, only as far as Jake Taylor, into Jack Taylor. Gould concedes by putting it out of play. It's going to be a throw-in. That home crowd packed in behind the goal there. We're expecting around 5 minutes of additional time. Ogbonna surging forward. Maybe more than 5, actually. We'll keep an eye on that for you, but could be a surprisingly large amount of additional time. We're expecting now 9 minutes of added time, we're hearing. Sutton United with their 10th corner. Kai Jennings. We've scored from one of them. That was another good delivery. Boyle with the header away. This is Ismail Kabia. But it's Sutton United who are carrying the greater threat. Lewis Simper! Caught it well, just couldn't keep it down.
He's a good night, Simper. Been so many good Sutton United performances. He'd be disappointed with that. He does like to get into that area, and more often than not, hits the target, works the goalkeeper. Just leaning a little bit back a little bit there on the strike.
The clock's about to strike 90, and we have 9 more minutes. Audible groans from the home crowd. Kabia. Still time for Shrewsbury. It's a decent effort, and it's a glorious goal. Ismail Kabia with a stunner, just as the clock strikes 90. Suddenly, extra time looms, but we still have roughly 9 minutes to play.
Well, Michael Appleton applauds his player, rightly so, because this is right out of the top drawer, this strike. He has been the spark second half for Shrewsbury. He's looked dangerous, he's found more space second half. He's got so much to do here, though. Cuts inside. From Sutton United perspective, his body's there, but they don't get out to him quick enough. But what a strike that is. Absolutely no chance for Jack Sims there in the Sutton United goal.
Well, it's Kabia's second goal in a Shrewsbury Town shirt, and at the moment it keeps his team alive in the cup. But here comes Lewis Simper. Kabia's got it back, and just look at him go. Held up by Kai Jennings. Jake Taylor steps in as well. Now it's with Jaden Harris and Lewis Simper. Sutton United responding swiftly, straight into the opposition's penalty area, and it just got away from Ogbonna.
How can Sutton United respond? I have to say,
it's a great goal.
What a goal. Individual brilliance from Kabia. It's an absolute wonder strike. From the Sutton United perspective, maybe tired legs and not getting up to him quick enough, and he punishes him with a wonder strike. How can Sutton United respond?
Remember, these days it doesn't go straight to replay. We will have extra time should they be level when the final whistle blows. And if they're level after that, we would have penalty kicks. This tie will be decided here today. Forward off the boot of Jones, the flick from Lewis Simper. Eccleston wasn't close enough to stand a chance of collecting the pass. Kabia forward. Touch forward off Tom Sang. Marquis will chase, put some pressure on Jack Taylor. Gets the free kick, John Marquis, very quick to take it. Ogbonna is going to receive a yellow card. It's his second of the match, and for not getting out of the way of a free kick quickly enough, David Ogbonna is off. It's 10 against 10.
Yes, look at this, Ogbonna, silly really. To know better on a yellow card, and that does make this game very interesting now. 10 against 10. Marquis, clever play from him as well, looking to get on with things quickly. There, you have to do better. You have to know that you can't do that on a yellow card. And wow, this game is turning.
You can't take your eyes off this cup tie.
This has been brilliant, it really has.
And we're definitely going to have more than 9 minutes of additional time.
Yes. He's been really good tonight as well. Caused a lot of problems for Shrewsbury with his pace, his trickery. It's a silly moment of madness there.
Tom Sang, high and long. Oh, Shrewsbury going to snatch it. Chuksaniki trying to find a way through. Sims away. What a dark way to get sent off, though, not getting out of the way of a free kick.
Sometimes you are told or taught to do that by managers. You know, stop the quick free kick, stop the counter attack. But when you're on a yellow card, you just can't do things like that. And interesting to see now Sutton United respond. Shrewsbury, credit to them. Better second half, down to 10 men.
Shrewsbury on the attack again, and Kabia has won a throw-in.
He has been the spark for them second half. He was quiet in the first half. They weren't able to get him on the ball, but second half he's found more space. He's shown a lot more of that pace and trickery, and what a goal.
Suddenly Shrewsbury with a chance of snatching it right at the end, having actually played second fiddle for much of the match. Charging to get there was Tom Anderson. Well, it's an FA Cup tie that's had a little bit of everything today. And we're not done yet. Klukas sends it across. Critchlow. Boyle trying to swivel and send it towards goal. Hefty challenge there on Jennings. Lewis Simper has it. Good control, but Cabia there equal to it.
Yeah, ref's going to bring this back though for sure and give the yellow card. A challenge from Sam Klukas on Jennings, who's been standing tonight.
Klukas in the book for this.
You see here, times that all wrong.
Jack Taylor under pressure from Tom Sang. "96 minutes played, at least 3 more. Probably 4 or 5 more maybe before the final whistle. Eccleston sends it right across the face of the goal. Oh, it just needed a toe on it.
He can't do any more. What a ball. Eccleston right across that 6-yard box. And he can ask questions as to why nobody's getting on the end of that. Brilliant delivery. Evades everybody in the end.
Suddenly it's got a little bit tense. On this little corner of Gander Green Lane. Cootey with the header, collected by Boyle. Cabia will chase, but it's easy for Sims. Deep in added time. Lewis Simper into Kai Jennings. He's lost it. Aniki forward. John Marquis, and Sims did really well.
Great starting position there. Sims has been really good tonight. He just reads that through ball. He's in a really good position, reacts quickly. Brilliant goalkeeping again.
Jones into Jennings. Time running a little bit short for someone to find a winner before the final whistle. Anderson colliding with Jaden Harris. Here now is Taylor Perry. Aaron Jones, Jennings away to the far side. Eccleston. Are we going to have a moment of late drama, or will it go all the way through to extra time, which is looking increasingly likely now? Offside against Critchlow. Sutton will be frustrated, won't they, Danny, having played so well?
They will. Dominated the game, really. Had really good chances, got their noses in front. But sometimes you just have to hold your hands up and say, well, brilliant piece of individual play from the opposition. Ismail Cabia, who's been the live wire for Shrewsbury second half. Brilliant individual goal to get Shrewsbury back into this game.
Niki trying to find a way through. Jennings gets it clear. Simper losing out. Jennings wins it back. Aaron Jones deciding his goalkeeper was the best option. Final seconds of the game. Heading for 30 minutes of extra time in this second round tie. Eccleston just throws himself at it. Concedes a free kick as well. The challenge on Taylor Perry. We've seen plenty of cards from referee Miles today, but not one there. Well, here's the scene, and what is turning into an epic struggle between these two to make it into the third round of the FA Cup.
It's been a brilliant game. It's had a little bit of everything. Far from over still.
Tom Sang scored in the last round. Has he got something in his locker right at the end of this one? Perry's going to go for goal, and that will do it. And after 100 minutes, nothing between these two teams. Kai Jennings thought maybe that he'd won this FA Cup tie because Sutton United reached the 90-minute mark with the lead, but Ismail Kabia, on loan from Arsenal, with a stunning bit of individual skill, a superb strike to make it 1-1. That's the scene here at Gander Green Lane at full time. Extra time awaits. Sutton United 1, Shrewsbury Town 1.
Simon, thank you very much indeed. And Ashley Williams and Aaron McLean are alongside me here at Gander Green Lane. And you have to say, Simon Brotherton in commentary was absolutely bang on when he said Shrewsbury Town have been played second fiddle this second half.
Absolutely, the whole game. I think that Sutton have been so dominant and so good in possession and out of possession that they'll feel hard done by. But I think the quality that Kabia has, if anyone was going to pull something out of the bag for Shrewsbury, it would have been him. But they haven't been at the races today, Shrewsbury, at all. I think they've been outplayed. Sutton will be disappointed not to have got the win and score more goals. But they've found themselves now going into extra time, and they'll have to pull, keep going. It's now 10v10 as well. We've had the 2 red cards. So it's got a FA Cup tie. This is exactly what you want. Goals, cards, all sorts of incidents.
Quite right. And this is the scene at Gander Green Lane. It's really tense here, isn't it? Let's take a look at the goal. Fantastic fizz from this corner.
Yeah, listen, Jennings, we know what a good set-piece taker he is. What he does is he uses the wind. You know, the technique on this, absolute swaz on it. Just, the goalkeeper just has no idea where the ball goes. Loses it in flight, and before he knows it, it's in the middle of the goal, over his head, and in the back of the net. You've got to say it's poor goalkeeping, but fantastic delivery from Jennings.
I was about to say to Ash, are you having a word with your goalkeeper?
Yeah, well, he knows he's made a mistake, but it's poor. It's really poor. Like what the goalkeeper's is gambling on the fact that he can come out and maybe punch this or claim it. But the first things first is let's not let a goal in, obviously. So stay on your line and deal with it. But he gambles on it and he gets that one wrong. But as Aaron said, great technique.
It's a big team talk, this, isn't it, from Sutton United?
Yeah, listen, I think he'll just be saying to them, look, just keep doing what you've been doing. You know, keep dominating the ball, keep making those runs, keep getting in those positions. And it's just that final bit. There's been a few times where balls have been flashed across the 6-yard box. You need a runner. You need a striker to be there just tapping it in.
Also, I think if there's one thing you're critical of with Shrewsbury Town is they've shown no real battle at all in this game, apart from this moment, and suddenly they're back in the tie, Ash.
Yeah, I didn't think this at all, but they just put the 9 minutes of stoppage time up, and then this man Kabia comes, cuts inside, and that's something. That's pure quality. This is what we expected to see earlier in the game from Shrewsbury, the higher placed team, but it came late. But fair play, they've got themselves back in it. I don't think that can be saved.
That's one of the goals of the round.
Yeah, and these are the moments that these kinds of players are here for. You know, he's a 19-year-old lad on loan from Arsenal, come here to get some experience. These are the moments in front of the BBC cameras. Go and do your stuff, and he's produced a worldie.
What are you feeling, Ash, as it stands?
Well, I feel Sutton have been hard done by. I think they should try and get back into their rhythm. It's 10v10 now, but they look composed on the ball. I wouldn't change anything. I don't think they will. They've got a certain style of play. Simper's pulling the strings, but as I said as well, they're still creating opportunities. There's just got to be someone willing to throw themselves at the ball. That last cross that went in across about 3 yards out across the 6-yard box. Someone get yourself on the end of it and be the hero for the day.
You also, Aaron, want your lads to step up and stand up here, don't you? Who wants the ball? No nerves. Who wants to have the football and win this cup tie?
Yeah, well, you can see there's a few lads getting cramped. We saw Lloyd getting cramped. Listen, now it's about heart and desire. How much do you want it? Go and show which team wants it. Whichever does, will come out on top.
OK, good stuff, Ash. Thank you, Aaron. Let's hand you back then to Danny Gavidon and Simon Brotherton.
Thanks, Jason. Substitution being made by Shrewsbury Town. Tommy McDermott, who's on loan for the season from Burnley, has come on for extra time. And we're just trying to have a look to see who it is who's gone off. No changes made by the home side. So 30 minutes to hopefully decide who goes through. This is not new territory for Sutton United because they were taken to extra time in a replay in the 4th qualifying round. That's 2 rounds ago, where they prevailed in the very last minute of extra time. So 1-1, 10 against 10, and away we go. And Cabia, by the way, the player who scored the goal after 90 minutes to force extra time, is the player who's gone off.
Yeah, really
they'll miss him.
That. Yeah, can only think maybe that's an injury or cramp, something along those lines. What a goal to keep Shrewsbury in this tie. Going to be interesting now, this extra time, how both teams kind of go about things. Expect Sutton United to continue to push forward. Shrewsbury have looked more dangerous for me. Second half performance was an improvement on the first half performance. It's all about the energy levels now at this stage as well.
Sutton United have just got to get back at it, haven't they, Danny, and just sort of forget their own frustrations and feelings that you know they no doubt will feel that they should have gone through already.
Yeah, they'll certainly feel frustrated with the way that...
Oh, it's given away! Oh, it's an absolute gift for John Marquis. And Kai Jennings, who so nearly won this FA Cup tie, it was his goal that was cancelled out after 90 minutes, has now put it on a plate for John Marquis of Shrewsbury Town. And Marquis makes it 2-1 to the League Two side. What a stunning and unexpected twist right at the start of extra time.
Yeah, and you have to feel for Kai Jennings here, because he's been so good tonight. And they've been so good in general, playing out from the back, Sutton United, but it's really clever from the substitute Marquis. He reads the intentions of Jennings. He's already on the move, knows where that ball's going to go. And it's a simple finish in the end.
Well, what a blow that for Sutton United, but Shrewsbury Town, who'd hung in the cup tie, now for the first time have their noses in front, and there's work to do for the National League side. And Kai Jennings there, this time does find his goalkeeper.
We've seen so often that Shrewsbury press.
Lewis Simper. The physicality of Boyle winning the duel. Bags of experience there coming to the fore.
Yeah, did really well there, but we've seen Shrewsbury pressing all night. They've not really been able to get near Sutton United, but that's why you continue to press, just for that occasion maybe where the opposition gets it wrong.
Taylor into Jennings, Jake Taylor looking for Harris, who does well to cushion that pass forward. Critchlow chasing into the penalty area. Good response from Sutton, who got straight back onto the front foot.
As you would expect. Maybe added frustration there, start of extra time. Seen the sloppy goal, but now it's up to them to kind of respond. What can they do? They will continue to push forward and play the way that they do.
Bouncing out off Jennings. Fine margins, aren't they, with those two efforts, one in each half, hitting the crossbar.
They've certainly had their moments. That is the danger a little bit when you're looking to play out from the back. Mistakes can happen. They're so good all night at doing that, Sutton United.
Real test for them here against a league opposition. Not so long ago, of course, that Sutton United were a Football League side. They dropped out of the league in 2024 after a 3-year stay. The club, for most of its long existence, has been a non-league outfit. Here they come with Jack Taylor into Kai Jennings. Now it's Lewis Simper. Going to cause some problems, and it's headed away by Anderson. Thumped clear by Klukas. Aniki underneath it, Pruti under pressure, safely seeing it back to his goalkeeper.
Sometimes you have to kind of accept those things might happen as a manager. Chris Agata, the way he's kind of got this team playing, he'd be very proud of the performance from his players. They've been very, very good tonight, but you know, when you are looking to play open and expansive, those kind of mistakes can happen, and Kai Jennings has been so good tonight.
And he almost gave the ball to Marquis again there.
Yeah, he's a clever player, experienced player, Marquis, and he just reads the intentions of Jennings for the goal. Knows where that ball's going to be played.
He certainly is experienced, Marquis. It's his goal that separates the two teams. 512 games in the EFL in his career, 344 of them in League One. He has been around the block a few times.
Yeah, it's good centre-forward play. Let's not forget as well, the quick free kick he took helped to get David Ogbonna sent off as well. He leveled the game up.
Some tired legs out there.
At this stage, it is about the energy levels as well. We've seen, obviously, both teams make changes, substitutions, but really difficult when you get to this stage of the game when the legs are feeling heavy.
Well, the tables have really turned just in the space of a few minutes. So close to glory, so close to a place in the hat for the third round. Sutton United might get there yet, but they'll need to do it the hard way. Another change coming shortly. Charlie Bell looks to come off. He's one of the players who's come through the Sutton Academy. Sang sends it forward. Marquis beaten to it. Throw in for Shrewsbury Town. Away against non-league opposition for the second round in a row. 3-1 winners at South Shields in the first round, and now ahead in this one. Harris. Strength by Marquis, wins his team a throw. Sutton's ball down in the corner. Bell is waiting to come on. That's not quite going to happen yet. They need a pair of fresh legs, some added impetus. Eccleston. Jones into Jennings. Almost halfway through the first period of extra time. Jack Taylor into Jaden Harris, who rattled the crossbar just before half-time. Here's Simper. Sutton searching for a moment of quality to bring them back into this tie. Simper into Harris. Remember, both teams have had a player sent off. It's 10 against 10 here. Sutton have got a free kick. Bulls conceded it with the challenge on Jack Taylor. He looks like he's running on fumes, doesn't he, Jack Taylor?
Yeah, does a little bit. He's still full of energy, though, stepping in. He's done that all night. He's been really aggressive, trying to get tight to players, and I can't really believe he's given a foul away there, but he has.
Charlie Bell, desperate itching to get into the action. Not quite happening yet. Jaden Harris, I think, might be the player to make way, but he's going to stay involved for the time being. And it comes beyond everyone, but it will be kept in by Kai Jennings. Jake Taylor. Eccleston. Blocked off by Boyle. Here comes the change now for the home side. And it is Jaden Harris who will go off, and he'll disappear off behind the goal. So close to scoring shortly before half-time with a fantastic shot from outside the penalty area, which smacked against the crossbar. But Charlie Bell is on for him, academy player, scored on his debut this season in a draw with Woking. One of the up-and-coming players in Chris Agata's squad. Chuck Saniki now with a chance. He wasn't too far wide.
He gets himself in behind. As you see here, that ball's just helped on. It's a tight one for offside, but he gets in behind. It's a tired one from the captain, Booty. Has the option of Marcus to his right. Elects to take the strike on. Scuffs the shot, drags it wide of that far post.
So last 5 minutes of the first period of extra time. Eccleston Nowhere for Jones to go other than backwards with McDermott on his tail. Aidan Pruti finding Jack Taylor. Bit of room here for Aaron Jones. He's got Simper on the near side, looking the other way towards Kane Critchlow. Brooks' clearance might come straight back towards him now. Critchlow loses the ball. Interception by Jones. Shrewsbury with a chance to venture over the halfway line. Klukas. Good ball as well. McDermott, did he keep it in? No, not quite. Eccleston tries to get hold of the ball quickly. And McDermott going straight to the turf. What happened here?
You see Eccleston wants to get on with the game. McDermott just pushing the back, he just goes over and...
Temper's flaring a little bit here.
I think he's going to be okay, just looking to...
Eccleston there having been the player that
bit of
pushed the opponent, he's just stepped away and let everybody else argue about it.
Frustration there, wants to get on with the game. McDermott just looking to waste time a little bit, I think. Pushing the back, I don't think he's as hurt as he looks.
He's fine. Three more minutes before the break in extra time. Sutton United haven't really tested Will Brook for a little while now.
Yeah, just looks at that goal. It's knocked the stuffing out of him a little bit, Simon, and they've got to find a way now of raising their game. Really difficult, though, in extra time when the legs are feeling a lot heavier. You feel like you've played so well and you find yourself behind.
Well, he'll be so frustrated that they didn't get it done in 90 minutes. By far the better team at that point, but Shrewsbury Town, credit to them for sticking in the match and finding a way to get in front. And they've got quite a few experienced players out there now, which might be telling.
And I think they've done a good job since the goal of kind of managing the game. And Marquis, as we spoke about, has come on and been really effective. And
here comes Jack Taylor. Taylor goes for goal and brings the best out of Brooks.
Much better. He's had a good night, Jack Taylor. Still full of energy. The left back. Driving run. He's looking to bend that into the far corner, but just gets the shot a bit too central. Needed saving though.
Yeah, and Brook was there to get his hands to it. Mixing it up, and Jake Taylor, goodness me, absolutely leathered that. Maybe an opportunity on the break for Tom Sang, not so. Jennings into Taylor. Back now with Jones. He's got Bell on the near side. First touch for the sub. About 45 seconds remaining in the first period of extra time. Pruti into Jack Taylor. Can Sutton raise themselves? It's 15 minutes of football in which they haven't carried anything like the threat that we've seen earlier on for the most part. 2 minutes of additional time here before the interval in extra time. Jake Taylor, collected by Aaron Jones. Shrewsbury Town look well set defensively behind the ball. Eden Prudy has it now for Sutton United. Kai Jennings, Taylor, they're looking for that little bit of craft, that bit of guile that can prise open their League Two opponents here to bring them back to parity in this second round tie. Charlie Bell looking to set Jack Taylor away on the far side. Luca Hall was waiting for him and concedes a corner.
Luca Hall there just needs to clear his lines and put it out for a throw-in. He's trying to just keep the ball in, gets a little nudge there from Taylor and takes the ball over the line for the corner, just stretching off, got a little bit of cramp as well, which is understandable.
Well, we know that Kai Jennings is capable of a more than decent corner. What about this one? Well, it wasn't one of his better ones. And Sutton could get caught out here. Great keeping by Sims. Brilliant from him, with McDermott all set to go racing through on goal.
Yeah, he has been brilliant, Jack Sims, in terms of his starting position. You know, with those balls in behind, so quick.
Wonderful anticipation there.
Yeah, great anticipation.
And it goes from Simpar, but it just curls away from Critchlow. And we're almost at the halfway mark in extra time. But look at this moment here. This was a terrific play from Sutton United's goalkeeper to anticipate what was going on.
Yeah, you see the really aggressive position that he takes up. And he needed to be there.
Midway point of extra time, and this tie, for the time being, has completely turned around. John Marquis scoring right at the start of extra time, having been gifted a pass by Kai Jennings. So for the time being, it's Shrewsbury Town who have the advantage. At the interval in extra time, Sutton United 1, Shrewsbury Town 2.
Simon, thank you very much indeed. What a cup tie. John Marquis has put Shrewsbury Town in front, and Ash, your heart goes out to that fella there, Kai Jennings, who's been terrific tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's just one of those things when you play in a team that likes to dominate the ball and play risky passes, and we've been saying all night, you know, how well they've been playing in possession, and those risky passes have been coming off. So it'd be wrong of us now to criticise and say they shouldn't have done it. They've been doing it. That's their style of play, and sometimes you risk it, and it doesn't come off, and then yeah, you feel for him.
And this is the goal. And Aaron, they've been so brave in possession, and you don't want to be too harsh on Sutton United here, but there are stages of the game where perhaps you just have to be sensible.
There is, but they're brave in what they do. It's what the manager's asking them to do, and you've got to credit Marquis. You just watch Marquis's run. He reads it. He's been sat on the bench and he's been watching and saying, do you know what? They play across the back. They'll play across their own goal, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to anticipate. And this is what I've been saying, you know, off air. I want the strikers to anticipate, read things, and take chances. That's exactly what Marquis does, and he gets his reward for it.
And he's been scoring goals for many, many seasons, John Marquis, and it's just that sense, isn't it? But Ash, how do you feel? You know, as somebody who spent your career at the back, there are times when you just have to have some common sense when it comes to holding the ball in that play.
Yeah, I think so, but we could pull up many replays where it's worked for Sutton, so I wouldn't be too critical of that. It's just an unfortunate moment. Like as I said, John Marquis experienced, he read the situation, he knew what was coming, but for Sutton they've got to keep doing that and dominating the ball.
But given what we've seen, fellas, Aaron, 3 goals, 2 red cards, anything could happen in this next 15 minutes.
Absolutely, they're still very much in this cup tie, and what they need to do is just keep believing that they can get a goal, and they've got every chance.
Back we go to Danny and Simon.
Just about to get underway, the second period of extra time. Edwino Vaz has come on for Sutton United to replace Jake Taylor. So many tired players out there. And it's the latest change, but Vaz hasn't appeared too much, actually, in the current campaign. He played last week against Gateshead. It was only his second league appearance of the whole season. But they need all the help they can get out there now.
Both teams lacking energy now. A really tough game, competitive game, brilliant FA Cup tie. Should somehow find themselves in front with 15 minutes to go.
Simper with a little flick, and it's just gone out of play. was Charlie Bell trying to burst forward down the far side. Well, 15 more minutes. Sutton United have just got to try and throw the lot at Shrewsbury, haven't they?
Yeah, they do need to control possessions as they have done for most of the game.
Simper trying to find his way into the penalty area. Almost an opportunity there. Very important clearance by Hoole. Getting in there before the ball could reach Jack Taylor, who was loitering in that far post area.
Just lacking runners there in that central area. Sutton United, another good ball across the 6-yard box, well defended by Hoole. He's in the right place.
It's a decent looking corner, and this time, oh, Brooks dropped it. Has it gone in? No. And somehow Shrewsbury Town survived. Now the ref's going to stop the game because the goalkeeper is injured and holding his head. I thought he'd caught it, and then suddenly it slipped from his grasp.
Yeah, initially a really good goalkeeping, as you see here. He's on the stretch, and I think just as he falls down, the ball hits the floor and comes loose, and then maybe just gets a stray boot there to the face. Understandably, then the ref having to stop play.
It was like a fumble in the NFL, wasn't it? And everyone's trying to pounce on it.
Yeah, you see he's just on the stretch. He's backpedaling, he's on the stretch, and it's a really good take, but it's as he comes down, the ball just kind of hits the floor and then spills out.
Well, his demeanour has remained calm throughout. He didn't get too hot under the collar, visually at least, when his team weren't playing so well in the first half. But let's have a look at this once more. Look, the keeper just loses the ball. He wasn't fouled, and then he clearly did take a whack in the head.
Yeah, he just tries to get hands on it again. Millbrook, and then the bodies come in, feet come in. Just takes a nasty whack there.
Looks like we're going to have a lot of added time at the end of extra time in this one as well. Well, he's looking a bit groggy, Will Brook, but thankfully he's back on his feet. They're going to need him for the next 15 minutes.
Look, both goalkeepers tonight done some really good things. Obviously, disappointed with the goal conceded. Both goalkeepers have had some really impressive moments tonight and really brave goalkeeping there.
So Will Brook back in the game. Oh, there's the... No FA Cup tie is complete without one. Now, Lewis Simper for Sutton United. Collected by Eccleston. Attempted flick by Bell, not quite coming off. Anike rather on his own up top for Shrewsbury here. Reminder, if you've just joined us, it's 10 against 10. Both teams having a player sent off late in the 90 minutes. And Sutton United was so close to going through to the third round. Equaliser from Cabia after the 90-minute mark for Shrewsbury Town. John Marquis with a gift of a goal early in the first period of extra time, making it 2-1. Now they're coming together over on the far side. It's Anike. Oh, and they're down to 9. And Junior Eccleston's gone here. Straight red card from the referee. Eccleston hadn't been booked earlier in the game. It's 9 against 10. And Junior Eccleston, just keep an eye on this on the right of your picture here. jumping up, and then it looked like that left elbow onto Chuck Sanike.
I'm not sure what he's thinking there. That left arm just comes out. The ball's going to get thrown down the line. It's just a moment of madness, really. We've already seen his teammate, David O'Connor, get a red card for something silly, or second yellow. And you can see the frustration there.
He's fuming, but he's not the only one who's going to be fuming as he walks past the technical area, I should think, having got himself sent off.
Really, really difficult for Sutton United now, but saw a little bit of frustration in the first half of extra time where he wanted to get on with things quickly, and he pushes Tommy McDermott over. Just letting the frustration get the better of him there. That's just a moment of madness, really. Absolutely no need to do that.
Klukas with the kick, collected by Perry. Well, all of the numbers favouring Shrewsbury now, the scoreline and the number of players on the field.
Yeah, I mean, the turnaround in this game has been crazy, really. Shrewsbury, for large parts of it, have been second best, but you have to give them credit as well. Dermot getting fouled there. Kept themselves in the game. And now they find themselves in front, and Sutton United down to 9.
Chance perhaps for Shrewsbury to put a little bit of extra pressure, and added gloss will Boyle, but the flag has gone up on the near side immediately. Boyle thought he'd got the 2-goal margin there with their third on the night, but very quickly the flag went up. And a little reminder as well that because of where we are here in the FA Cup, we do not have VAR.
It's just Marquis there, strays offside. Not sure he actually makes contact with the ball header, but he's in an offside position.
Stays at 2-1, and it's just over the top of the bar from Lewis Simper. Sutton aren't done yet.
They certainly are not. What a game. What a game we've seen. Simply a little give and go. Oh, look at that, doesn't he catch that strike?
Oh, he wasn't far.
So well.
Wasn't far from equalising there, Simper.
Just needed that to bend back. It just hits it almost too clean. It fires like an arrow. Technical ability there.
Brook away, Taylor going for it in the air. Be a free kick for Sutton United. With a challenge on Vaz. Not surprisingly, there's a real urgency about their play. That was a little bit high and hopeful there from Lewis Simper, but Jack Taylor's there and he's managed to collect it. And he'll get a free kick as well. Taylor for that challenge. Made by Marquis. It's his goal that separates the two teams, but his foul that's conceded this free kick.
Yeah, and he's had a real positive effect, Marquis, since he's come on, but silly foul to give away there.
And Sutton United need to make one of these deliveries count. Simper goes for goal again, not so close this time.
Good response from Sutton United. There. He's come in, done a fantastic job. Michael Atherton there as well. He'll be hoping to hang on to this result, get into the third round and maybe start generating a bit of momentum with this possible victory. But Sutton United are going to keep coming even with 9. Down to 9 men. They will keep pushing.
Brooks sends it away. It's a traditional cup tie. Klukas just whacks it anywhere. Sutton United with a throw. 5 more minutes, plus added time.
I'm not sure who chooses the games for the BBC, but whoever it is, they deserve a big pat on the back, because this one has been a fantastic game. It's had a little bit of everything.
Trudy underneath it, McDermott sends it forward. Marquis with a chance. Sims is there again. He's always quick to snuff out the danger. Jack Taylor into Vaz. Now back with Prutti once more. Kai Jennings nearby. A turn by Bell. Referee says no foul. And he was well placed to make the call. Brook just launches it. Jennings underneath it. Prutti tries to move it away from trouble. Here's Bell. Back with Aaron Jones. Vaz well forward. Offside. Free kick Shrewsbury Town. Shrewsbury now inching towards the third round of the FA Cup for the 8th time in 9 seasons. No mean feat for a team who haven't had things all their own way. And there is the Emirates player of the match, John Marquis. His goal separates the two teams.
Yeah, and you have to say from a Sutton United perspective, there's been a lot of great individual performances, but that man there, Marquis, since coming on, has had a real positive effect on the game.
The player we just saw there, Kai Jennings, he nearly won it.
Well,
in the 90th minute, it was going to be his award.
It was.
Marquis trying to force his way into the Sutton United penalty area. Bell losing out to Tom Sang. That was McDermott sending it back, and now Sam Klukas forward. This might just be what Shrewsbury Town season needs as they look to try to move away from trouble at the foot of League Two. Otherwise, these two teams could be facing each other in the National League next season. It's certainly a possibility. Doesn't fall for Anike, and Taylor clears. McDermott tussling with Jones. Free kick. Second or third time McDermott's been knocked over.
Yeah, he's done quite a good job, McDermott, since come on in terms of kind of drawing fouls and just frustration really. Sutton United, that they find themselves kind of in this situation because they've been so good.
Well, Shrewsbury have got the ball right where they want it. Can they keep it down there with Anike? He's going to get a yellow card from the referee. That was a raised arm there from Prutti. That was not a sensible thing to do. Anike gets a booking for not giving the ball back for a throw. Prutti was lucky there. He clearly raised his arm and pushed his opponent.
They've done a good job since going in front. Shrewsbury just kind of managing the game and committing too many bodies forward and drawing fouls and just frustrating the opposition.
Back into Jack Sims now. Time's running really short for the National League side, who played so well in this game for so long, but have been undone, it would seem, by a goal either side of the 90-minute mark. Just as the clock struck 90, they conceded an equaliser, and then no sooner had extra time started than they conceded another one, and one they'll be really frustrated about. No joy for Critchlow. Simper tries to set them on their way. Here comes Charlie Bell. It needs to happen for Sutton United pretty quickly if they're to force penalty kicks here at the end of this cup tie. Bell now, can he get it into the box? No, but he has not won a corner either. I thought that might be a corner, but it's a goal kick, just what Shrewsbury needed.
Yeah, I just felt that ball could have gone in slightly earlier when that ball was laid back to Jack Taylor, just hoisted into the box.
Well, it's just a cup tie that keeps on giving and never wishes to end. We've got 5 minutes of added time at the end of extra time.
I don't mind. It's been a great watch. It really has.
We've had our money's worth, haven't we, today?
We certainly have. This is what the FA Cup is all about. Can Shrewsbury hold on? Can this be a momentum builder for them? Going back into the domestic league for them. He's searching, Michael Apperton, to get this team going. Can this be the catalyst?
Vaz loses out. Marquis has it now. His teammates suggesting he heads down towards the corner. Just looking to try and manage the play here. which Tom Anderson hasn't done terribly well. Marquis into Sang. Marquis just getting tangled up with Pruti. Free kick for Shrewsbury.
Yeah, it's kind of cost them quite a lot in this extra time. Sutton United, silly fouls, just kind of not being able to kind of generate any momentum, any pressure on the opposition. That frustration just kind of boiling over, and really has suited Shrewsbury.
Josh Ruffles sent off for Shrewsbury. David Ogbonna and Junior Eccleston seeing red for Sutton United. Flag race, free kick Sutton United. Well, we're well into added time here now, and Sutton need to get the ball forward rapidly. Jennings. Here's Simper, their top scorer. Can't find a way through this time, and Aniki has it. He's got support from McDermott. Tommy McDermott. Sang is up alongside him, and he can't find a way past Sims.
Yeah, that would have been the icing on the cake. Had the option of squaring it to Sang, but he was never going to in that situation.
Jennings has given it away again here, and Aniki has it. And Sutton United cannot get hold of the ball.
He's had a good impact, Aniki, since coming on. Into McDermott on that slight angle, takes the strike on.
Simper is the latest player to go in the referee's book. There's quite a collection of yellow cards in this game.
Yeah, it's been competitive. Simper there just losing the ball.
Sims out to Taylor. Lucas heading after him. Taylor just pushed it a little too far, enabling Luca Hall to challenge. Throw for Sutton United. Couple more minutes remaining in extra time. Remember, in the last round, they scored in the 120th minute to get through to the first round. Can they score right at the end of extra time in this round to force penalties? Time's running decidedly short for them. By the way, this game started roughly 2 3/4 hours ago. It's nearly reached a conclusion, but it's been thoroughly enjoyable. It's ebbed and flowed and gone one way and then the other. It looked as if it was going to be the non-league side's day for so long. Denied just as the clock struck 90. And then the player who had nearly won the game for Sutton, unfortunately for him, gave it away for what could be the winning goal.
Yeah, it's amazing how quickly the momentum can change in a game of football. Sutton United.
3 goals, 9 yellow cards and 3 red cards.
I think that's competitive.
It is. Pruti. Time's almost up. 30 seconds or so for Sutton United. Sent forward by Hull. Aniki chasing. Flags up, offside, free kick. Pruti into Aaron Jones. Just about time for one final attack to force penalties. Otherwise, it's Shrewsbury Town's day. And they will be in the 3rd round of the FA Cup for the 8th time in 9 years. And it goes towards Critchlow. Charlie Bell's there. The flag's gone up. It didn't go in, wouldn't have counted anyway. The flag had gone up before that final effort went in, and that might just be it for Sutton United. There's the final whistle. It's all over at last. What a titanic struggle between these two sides. Chris Agata's team really took the match to Michael Appleton's Shrewsbury Town side. There's the man who finally scored the winning goal right at the start of extra time, John Marquis. But what a fright Sutton gave Shrewsbury. Kai Jennings, there he is, with a lovely curling corner. Put Sutton United ahead 20 minutes from the end. Ismail Kabir right there, hauled Shrewsbury back into the match with an equaliser after 90 minutes. 3 red cards, 9 yellow cards, 3 goals, a wonderful FA Cup tie. John Marquis's goal has decided it. It's Shrewsbury Town who go through to the 3rd round of the FA Cup. Sutton United 1, Shrewsbury Town 2.
Simon and Danny, thank you both very much indeed. Fantastic commentary. What a brilliant FA Cup tie live here on the BBC. The first FA Cup game to see 3 red cards since Wrexham versus Alfreton Town in November 2012. That's excluding qualifying rounds. Absolutely sensational FA Cup tie. And Shrewsbury Town are through to the 3rd round where they could land a big name. Delighted to say that John Marquis, the match winner, joins us live here on the BBC. All right, John, good to see you. Well done. Congratulations, you're through. But they made it really tough for you.
Really tough, yeah. We knew before the game they've got a style and a brand of football that, you know, it can hurt teams when you give them too much respect. And we definitely done that in the first 45 minutes. And then the way the game turns out, going down to 10 men, you've got nothing to lose. And then we was able to put pressure on them and levelled it up. We've got your goal on the screen here in our studio. Just have a look at this, because Aaron was saying that you were probably watching thinking, I've got a chance. There's a sniff here. They're playing with the ball in a very dangerous position. Yeah, and you know, it's easy to say now, but when you're on the bench, you can see them sort of patterns where the lads in midfield are doing well to bounce the ball blind and they're getting out the other side, and sometimes you can just take a gamble and it just happened to pay off that time where it's just rolled straight into the path. So,
and is that the thing, John, when you're on the bench, you see, I see subs so many times just messing around and stuff, but would you actually paying attention and sussing that sort of situation out where you think, well, if I get on there and I get a chance, there might be a goal for me in it?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, when you're on the bench, you want to make an impact when you come on, and you know, it was when we was behind today, and it's either when you're behind and you're trying to get back into a game or see a game out, but when you see them things on the bench, and with the experience I have, you can just gamble sometimes, and luckily it paid off.
John, what can this do for your season? Because obviously it's been a difficult season league-wise, but you're now into the 3rd round of the FA Cup and you've come through a very difficult cup tie.
Yeah, you know, obviously we had South Shields in the 1st round, and then obviously Sutton today, 2 very good footballing sides, and you know, the way things are at the club at the moment, if we can somehow pull a massive tie out, it really helps us financially and help the chairman along the way. And you know, as you say, it's nice to come away from the league football sometimes where it hasn't been quite as plain sailing as we would have liked. And we said today we don't want to be a story or a headline. You know, we want to make sure that we do the job properly and get through. And we've got another cup game to look forward to now.
John, well done, congratulations. It's the inevitable question from somebody like me in my position. Who do you want in the 3rd round?
You know, you always want one of the big boys really away from home. A few of the lads haven't experienced that, and so that'd be a good test. But you know, either a winnable tie again or a nice big boy away from home. And a quick word about your fans as well, who made the long journey down. Brilliant, yeah. As you say, it's on the telly tonight. It could have been easy for them, 5:30 in London. Long way to go, but turned up in great numbers, and yeah, fair play to them. Stuck with us throughout. Good luck in the league and in the cup. Well done, John. Thank you very much indeed. Well done. Congratulations. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely fantastic. John Marquis getting the winner for Shrewsbury Town. And I think you made the point there. It can absolutely kickstart their season.
Absolutely, and they needed a result like this. Sometimes when you're in the cup, it doesn't matter about the performance. It's about the end result, and it's about being in the 3rd round.
Also, it's unlucky for Sutton United. They were in this tie for the best part of 80-odd minutes, and they were the better side.
Yeah, I thought they were brilliant. Maybe you could criticise and say a little bit naive towards the end, especially in extra time in the 2nd half. They could have got the ball and players forward a little bit more earlier. But like John said, Sutton United have a brand of football, and we hear this term being thrown around a lot, of philosophy, a brand, but they actually play a real good style of football, and I was really impressed with them. They cut Shrewsbury open a lot today and caused them a lot of problems. They'll be disappointed because they don't get that next round tie, but I think they can take a lot of credit from what they've done. The manager will be pleased with his players, I think.
Boys, enjoyed it?
Loved it.
It's been
proper cup tie.
Proper cup tie. Love it. Thank you very much indeed. Don't forget, the live football here on the BBC continues in the FA Cup. Boreham Wood against Newport County, and I shall see you for highlights on BBC Two. Thanks for watching. Congratulations, Shrewsbury Town. Bye for now.